Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hang on, I gotta turn that down. Turn off the volume on that. Okay, there we go. I've got my phone set up over here so that you can see what I'm going to be doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. I've got my special guests waiting in the wings. I can see them. I see them there. So I just wanted to first, before I bring them in, say thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Um, it's here. The day has finally arrived, and I couldn't be happier to start on Rebirth. So I'm going to bring in my guests, and we're going to get started. And we're gonna have a little chat first. Okay, so
Oh, me
here
first.
we go. Oh, good morning, lady. Whoops, we've got some.
Hello.
Uh,
One
there.
of us needs to mute. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Tell him to mute me.
How do I mute you? There we go.
It's not often I'll agree for anyone to mute me.
Okay. I've put Jenny on mute. Have you, Rose?
Yep, you got me?
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. First off, I want to say thank you for joining me. You too. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to pop another screen in here in a minute. When I start working, I've got my camera set up, my phone set up to actually what I'm doing. Move the tablet over just a little bit so that you can see me and what I'm doing. Let's get into and see who's here. We'll go right back to the top of the chat. Gracie, first here. She couldn't wait. So thank you, Gracie, for joining me. Thank you. Carly, Rachel, Palmy is Rachel in New Zealand?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. Sarah, Liz, Sparkle with Minimum. Angie's here. Thank you for joining me. We've got Tracy, Rose Prophet Creations. I'm not sure who that might be.
Some weirdo.
some blue hair
She's a
misses.
strange one.
Yeah, some blue hair weirdo.
Ed Pereira. Who else? Oh, we've got Foxy She Devil. Good morning. You're up early this morning. Cindy, thank you for joining me. Diana. Oh, good morning, everyone. I know it's really early for some people. It's getting late for you.
Yes. Yeah, it's 9:30 here at night. We've literally just finished work.
Oh, wow. So that's probably why I just got an email saying to remind me of my subscription that's going to renew.
Yes.
That's good. So we are going to start on Rebirth here today. Oh, look at Rose's face. She can't wait to get the drills going. And Jenny is like, and Jenny,
really excited, and so am I.
Yeah, mixed emotions going on right now.
yeah. For anybody who knows, this year has been quite an emotional roller coaster for me. So today marks the first anniversary of my mother's passing. I may get emotional. I'm not going to lie. I am human, and I miss her dearly. Which this piece, when I saw it initially, brought a lot of emotion to me, knowing that rebirth means a whole lot to me. So it's really struck a chord with me for some reason. Oh, I see Pixie's here. Yay. Good morning, Pixie. Getting ready for work, probably. So the piece is very, very special to me, but also this is very, very special to me. So I've got my number one fan cup going, and there is a cup of tea in it.
Yay! It's officially
So
christened.
it's officially christened. I have not used it until right now. So
Oh, you did well. You did so well holding off on that one.
thank you. That was screaming at me too. This thing was screaming at me too. Oh, the tea tastes better. The tea tastes better out of this thing for some reason. It tastes really, really good. You'll notice a little bit of a black eye going on here. We
Sorry,
alluded to that one. So there is a story behind this. We're not going to get into that right now, but there is a whole story behind this little shiner.
There's his version, and then there's my version.
Rose's version is a whole lot more exciting than mine.
Of course it is.
So, Rose, I've got a couple of questions for you. They're very easy questions. So
You've got me in the hot seat. You're going to give me easy questions.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be super easy for you. They're easy for me to ask. I don't know if they're going to be super easy for you to answer. So obviously, you're the artist of Rebirth. You brought this piece to us, and I couldn't be happier because I feel that this piece was created for me. I know that it wasn't created for exactly my situation, but it really struck a chord with me and a lot of other people, and everyone has their own reason why they're going to do Rebirth. When you were creating this piece, was this a play piece, or did you think this one through?
Okay, so it started, I have a thing for phoenixes. I actually have a phoenix tattooed down the whole of my right leg. This one's actually going to be tattooed down the whole left of my leg, so I have two phoenixes. So, but anyway, a friend of mine in America, in New Zealand, Amanda, you guys would have seen her. She's come in our chats a few times. She was the one with the new puppy. She said to me, she goes, "Oh, have you thought about doing a phoenix?" I said, "Oh, no, I hadn't really." And so I kind of left it. And then it was a little while later, and the new year was coming up, and I wanted to give a piece of hope for the world. And we've all had, with COVID and other things going on, mental health issues, stresses, life has been a real bitch for the last 2 years for everybody. I wanted to give a little bit of hope and a blessing for 2022. And that was why I created her. And yeah, she was just a play piece to start with. And she is a girl, by the way, guys. Just so. I started playing with her, and I rendered the original Phoenix, and I was like, oh, I wanted to paint. And I don't digitally paint a lot of stuff, but her I did. So all her wings are digitally painted. The nebula in the background is digitally painted by me. It's all with a mouse, I might add, because I didn't have my graphics tablet then. Yes. So it was done with a mouse, yeah. So yeah, that's why the original reason she was created. And you know, we all need something to look forward to this year, whether it be the end of COVID, God willing, and for life to get back to normal. And I just felt we'd all been through so much, all on different levels, and I wanted to give something back.
That's a perfect reason to create a piece that has really gone global.
Yeah, humbled, like so humbled, really, like, oh,
that was going to be my next question, actually, because you said it this morning to me. Like, imagine how it feels for you, the artist. that
there is,
this
yes.
this went global.
Oh,
There's so many people waiting for this piece. So how does it feel for you? Like, I know what it feels like for me to be leading up to this. How does it feel for you? Like, it's a big thing.
the last piece that gave me the love of a piece was Houdini. Like, I don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing all my pieces, but there are certain pieces that I do. The dolphins that I did, that I released today, that's another piece that means a lot to me. But there's certain pieces that I do, and yeah, it just it fills me with heart. Like, I have my own rebirth moment, not just for why I created her. I had my own rebirth moment. So the fact that everyone has found a rebirth moment, that everyone has found something out of it, and I'm humbled, like, so, don't get me wrong, excited that you guys have all bought it. It's like, whoa. But I'm also very humbled, and that everyone has wanted this piece so badly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and like I said, the first day that it dropped, the whole thing just screamed at me as, you need me. You really, really need me. Jenny, for you,
Yep.
creator of Uniquely Yours Down Under, Rose Prophet Creations, you guys are joint right now, but how does it feel for you knowing that this piece has hit the world and your business that you created originally is the only place that people can get this? How does that
I
feel for
actually,
you?
I feel very proud to have it as a piece that no one can get from anywhere else but here. For me, it is also a very special piece, and for me, it means the rebirth of the business into what it's turning into today. From where I had back in early December when there were a lot of issues going on. This piece just sung to me and said, "This is your rebirth moment. This is the time to change, to build, and to grow." And that is very special to me. And the one thing that I said when we redesigned the logo is rebirth had to be in the logo. The logo will start showing up from the kits after Chinese New Year, but this was important to have that within the kits as a logo within the kits, because really this is a rebirth and for new beginnings for us. And I just absolutely love that this is the Uniquely Yours is the only place that this kit can be bought from.
Yeah, it brings it all together, doesn't it? It really,
Certainly does.
as I heard this morning from you two, there's two totally different reasons why this piece speaks to you. I have my reason why it speaks to me. Obviously, I'm going through my own rebirth here right now as we speak. It's been 1 year since my mom passed away. It's been a rough year, but I have gained a lot of wonderful friends, two of which are on my screen. And there's a whole lot in the chat there as well. And if it wasn't for YouTube, and yes, Gracie, you're getting a shout out here again now. If it wasn't for Grace pushing me into creating my YouTube channel, I wouldn't have known Rose. I wouldn't have got to know Jenny on the level that I've gotten to know her on. I knew the company. I knew that somebody owned it, but getting to know Jenny on the level that I've gotten to know her on, getting to know Rose on the level that I've gotten to know her on is really, really important to me. And this piece is, to me,
Oh, he's frozen. So hi, everybody. Chris will be back. He's freezing.
What a place to
I'm pretty sure everyone else can still see us. Thank you, Foxy Love. Oh, Diana, it's beautiful. Yes. I wonder if he realizes he's frozen. I don't know. My phone. Oh, my phone's holding down the Rebirth at the moment.
I think he does because he's disappeared.
Oh, okay. Oh, I bet it is. It's we're actually sitting at 18 degrees at 9:45, so Celsius. So yeah, I'm sitting waiting. Hi, Michelle. Let's wait for him to come back.
Maybe it's like you today.
Yeah. It's been quite warm today. Not as warm as what we've had, but yeah, definitely warmer than it has been. Than what you guys are having, at least, anyway. I've got the fan on in my bedroom so that when after this, when I go to bed, I can have a nice cool room with nice, you know, that feeling of nice clean sheets. When you hop into a bed and there's nice clean sheets. These aren't only clean, they're new.
Wondering if he's coming back.
I hope he's coming back. You can't leave me hanging here. Hi, Tracy. Chris is having connection issues. He'll be back.
Let's see his message.
Broken, anyone like one like broken man, only in broken woman.
Huh?
Which one are you meaning, Cindy? Sorry, I'm a little bit lost on that one. We've had a very busy day. Jenny has literally just finished processing the orders now until after New Year.
Here we go. My internet dropped on me.
Oh, it did what it did to us this morning.
My internet dropped on me. I had to reconnect to the Wi-Fi. It just dropped on. I don't know why.
Welcome to our world. We had that earlier.
I had to go get the password for the. Like my tablet just dropped the whole internet. Okay. What did I miss in chat?
Not much, I don't think.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
people actually did message me. Thank you. My internet just dropped. I didn't know what happened. I couldn't send a message either when in StreamYard. I couldn't send a message. Yes, I'm back. Okay. All right.
Cindy,
So
I will look into that for next year's mental health series.
What is it?
Oh, she wants a female version of the broken man, the man that splits apart.
Yes.
It takes a bit of research because I actually use people's own dealings with mental health, all the words that are in that, which won't diamond paint, sadly, but they will come out in a poster. Is actually friends of mine who have been through mental health issues, and it's all their feelings and how they felt. So yeah.
So it might be time to ring to get rid of the female.
Oh, there you go. I need to
mute one.
hang on. I gotta mute this one. There we go. I popped myself in and it went flying. I thought I had the phone turned down really, really low, but I didn't have it low enough, I guess.
I do have to duck out and make a phone call in about 10 minutes because I have a butt of a partner.
Oh, you love it.
I do love him, but I want to be able to put the first drill down first.
Okay.
Message me.
We're going to move the tablet over this way because you don't need to see my face anymore because we're going to be doing right here.
Okay.
Chris, first off, I've got a question for you. I know I'm the one that's meant to be in the hot seat, but I have a question for you.
Sure.
When you woke up this morning, how did you feel about today?
That's a good question. I woke up with a renewed energy kind of today, knowing that I was going to be doing this. I've been emotional since I've woken.
To be expected.
I've been, but I've been feeling good because I knew that I was going to have friends surrounding me, supporting me, and being here for me. For that, I can't say thank you enough. But I've been emotional. I couldn't just go to bed and fall asleep immediately last night.
I got your message. I was actually the one sleeping, just for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was probably close to 3 o'clock this morning before I actually fell asleep. I got about 3.5 hours of sleep. I was a mess, but I'm feeling better now.
good.
That's good.
Yes, I was processing orders today, and Rose had to deal with Kenzie. She was having a hard day, and she said, I'll be out shortly to do things out here. And I'm thinking it's rather quiet, and there walked in there, and there she was snoozing away.
I've been calming Kenzie and stroking her head, and she snuggled up to me, and I must have fallen asleep because that's the last thing I remember was actually, stroking her head and calming her down. So, yeah, So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, well, I'm glad you had a nap.
Yeah.
I'm glad one of us had a nap.
There's the clock right there. Again, another very special piece of my mother. So she's here with us. She has made an entrance and she's not going anywhere. We can't see her, but she's here.
Yeah.
We have to believe that, I'm sure, but I feel good.
I think she'd be very proud of you.
I'm sorry?
I think she'd be very proud of you at how well you've handled everything. And I think people have been brought into your life, not just me, because I know I'm one of them, but I think there's been so many people brought into your life to help you through this period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so I fully believe that she's had a hand in that.
Mm-hmm. We've got 18 people in chat here right now, 19 people in chat here right now. It's 23 minutes after 7 in the morning in Newfoundland, and a lot of people are up early to support me, and that makes me feel really, really good. And there's people staying up late to support me too. So it's Diane just came into the chat. Not once but twice, exactly. So Diane is here. Thank you for coming in. What is Gracie saying?
Neither can I, Grace. Seriously,
Grace. Grace, thank you so much.
She cannot think of a more perfect creator to launch this painting alongside both the artist and with Jenny. Love you to parts and pieces, Chris. Oh, I got goosebumps.
She's gonna make me cry, or she's gonna cry.
Make me cry, and I don't cry easily.
I'm not allowed to cry. You guys can still see my face.
Well, you're going to be able to see my face too for a little while anyway. I've got to arrange this tablet so that you can actually... where's the best place to put you? Probably right there is the best place to put you. You can see my phone is right here. That's what's pointing down on my table here. So you can watch my other screen here now. I'm going to get started because this is what we're all here for.
I am so excited to be starting this myself, but like I said to you guys, I had my own rebirth moment.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys believe me if I told you New Zealand never wanted to buy my art?
New Zealand were crazy.
Yeah.
New Zealand needs a reality check, number one. And number two, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to buy your art, but
It's been a very eye-opening and very emotional experience journey for me up to this point as well. So that's my rebirth moment.
Mhm.
Well,
And I took the wrong color right off the bat.
it's New Zealand's loss is our gain.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 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 We are ever so grateful to New Zealand for not wanting to buy your art because we get it all.
Yep, you get it all.
I'm so happy.
I think I'm going to use one of Gracie's phrases. I am popping my AB cherry tonight.
Woo!
Look at those babies.
Pop that cherry.
Okay, so here we go. I am going to lay my first drill on this piece. And I can't see very well, but no, there it is. There it is. She started. She has started. And look, Rose is going with her ABs. How did it feel, Rose? Was it good for you?
Oh, was it as good for you as it was for me?
And I have this piece in square. I don't know if we're all working square this morning. Are we all working square?
Yeah, all working square.
Okay. Now, I only got square on recommendation of you, Rose, because when I asked what you would recommend for this piece, it was very special to me, this piece, of course. And I most often use rounds. This is my very first square Unique to Yours Down Under kit. And Rose, you said to me, take it in square because it's how it was designed and it'll look the best in square. I do believe that was probably your words.
Yeah. To be fair, all my artwork is designed because I work with square. They work great in round, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if you want a nice, clear, clarified picture, you want it in square. If you want a softer image, then that's when you choose round. I don't do soft images. The only thing soft about me is my body. So I just prefer square.
That kind of happens. That kind of happens when you turn 40 or 45, isn't it? You kind of get a little bit soft around the middle.
I love you right now because I'm 48.
Okay, I'm going to just check the chat here really, really quick. And I may not be following the chat a whole lot because this is a very, very important piece to me to be working on. But I do want to follow chat as well because this, of course, is the live chat, and these people who are in chat got to be involved in this as well. So it's a big deal for them as well as us.
Who else is starting Rebirth with us?
Yeah, who else is starting with us? Just pop it in chat if you're starting the Rebirth with us this morning. Oh, thank you, Pixie. Thank you, Pixie.
No, she said, yep, you two sassy ladies are still moving and grooving. I don't know much about moving right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know much about moving tonight. I think my groove moved away.
I chose my pen because I thought it went well. Like everything, like seriously, everything I've got tonight's yellow. My tray's yellow.
This is the pen that I chose to use, the orange pen that I got from my friend Foxy She Devil. So that's the pen I'm using. It really means it works well with the piece, so that's why I chose this one. Pixie has said she definitely would be proud of me, and I am very proud that you would think so, Pixie. And she also made a comment saying Mama was a wonderful person who loved her son very much. Well, her son loved her very much too. So she was a wonderful person. And if you got to know her, she was just always so very positive, even with what she was going through. So, I mean, I don't know if everyone knows, but my mom had a brain tumor and she had glioblastoma. She suffered with that for 25 months on a predicted lifespan of 12 to 15. So she really defied the doctors and everything that they said. So she was strong.
She raised a good son, so therefore she must have been a good woman.
She was an absolutely wonderful person, and I always say that my mother was born to be a mother. She would really help when she could, and even when she felt that she couldn't help, she tried.
Yeah.
Michelle, we're working on Rebirth, and it don't matter if you're a little late. Thank you for coming in.
I'm really nervous about these ABs.
It's your first time with ABs, isn't it?
I know, I was an AB virgin.
And
I
how
actually,
long? Oh, sorry, go
sorry,
ahead. Go ahead. You finish your thought.
I didn't know they existed until I started creating for Jenny. So,
Really?
yeah,
How long have you been diamond painting?
5 years.
And you didn't know ABs existed?
No, didn't know crystals existed either. So there you go.
So that rock you were under was nice and cozy then.
It really was. I didn't know about soft lint, didn't know about the difference between double-sided or poured. I literally had just been diamond painting and just whatever kits I wanted to get done, I just got, and however they came is how they came. So, and trust me, I've had some shit kits.
You were diamond painting for the love of diamond painting.
Yes.
You weren't doing it. You weren't doing it. You didn't go and look for the best products in the world.
No.
Well, I'm glad that we've converted you now and made you use ABs.
I can see me falling in love with them. And yes, Gracie, she popped my AB cherry.
Heck yeah. and Gracie, I'm going to pop her crystal cherry very soon.
Oh, yes. I've got to wait till you get home, though. You can go home now.
When is it you're going home again?
Not this weekend, next weekend. We've still got, she's been here a week, so we've still got 2 weeks.
2 weeks left, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done crystals. Well, I've done some special drills and there's been some crystal-y things in there, but I haven't had a crystal kit.
Neither have I. So it's going to be. I've officially now got 3 kits on the go.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So this one, like I'm starting this today. I'll do this today and tomorrow with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I plan to finish realism.
Yeah, because that's an important piece that you need to finish as well.
Yeah. So that's on a bit of a time restraint. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just dedicating the next 2 days to Rebirth, and then it'll go away until around about the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to try and get some of the TARDIS done as well, because I've got that half done. So I'm going to be chopping and changing, and then I've also got a mental health piece for the mental health awareness event coming. Yeah, this is so much. And my first Camilla Drakenberg one, so that will be.
Yeah, it's exciting times for the artists that are coming into the business as well.
Oh yes, very much so.
Yeah, and being an artist and being a partner in the business, how does that make you feel, Rose?
As an artist, like I said, honestly, guys, I was told that I would never, when I said I wanted to be a diamond painting designer, I was kind of like, oh, there's no money in that. And so I was focusing actually on I was going to do the endangered series that you guys are all getting now. I was actually going to just slowly do that over the next few years and then release it and sell it as an exhibition. That was my plan, but plans changed. And I got convinced to share Houdini with the world. And
Thank you, everyone. I'll take all the thank yous now.
Yeah. So it was so as an artist, I'm honored, and I love the fact that me sending my TARDIS piece through to Jenny changed my world. I thank Shim Schimmel, who's another artist, because he recommended Jenny to me and encouraged me to do my work. I actually sent him a copy of the Dolphins the other day so that he could see it, because it was inspired by my love for his work growing up. Very much so. So I sent him a picture of it and said, thanks for being my inspiration, and thanks for being someone important as an important artist in my world. So yeah, as a business owner, that's one of our rebirth moments together. It's the universe literally just put everything into place, and it just felt right. And yeah, it's like Jenny has her roles, and I have I deal with my role as the artists, and obviously creating art. So yeah, we just kind of fit well, which is really nice.
I couldn't be happier for both of you and for all of us, for Jenny to have an artist on staff as part business owner, because we get the best stuff then.
Yeah, oh, bless your bum.
We get the best stuff, and we get it exclusively. Okay, so
yeah, well, you guys, yeah. I mean, my art will never go anywhere else. It will always, one way Jenny could secure that it would definitely stay exclusive was to make me a business partner.
Absolutely. Diane wanted me to show the picture of Rebirth. So there is Rebirth, and I'm showing it from the inventory sheet that came with. I don't know. Everything's backwards in Stream Miracles, but which way am I going here?
Okay, I'll be back shortly. I better go and make this phone call.
So that's Rebirth. That's what we're working on here this morning.
Someone's catching up on chat.
I will be back.
She's got to go. She's got to go
Right.
ring her man. Yeah.
When she comes back in the chat here, I will put her back in.
Yeah. Cindy, I will definitely look at doing a female version of that. It will have to be for next year's event, because yeah, as an artist, I get booked up. You guys keep me really busy, so and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And Gracie can't type for crap tonight. Secret's out, Gracie. She says she's got 2 crystal kits in discussion with Miss Jenny. It's a secret, so secret's out. I won't ask you what they are. I will not. I wouldn't do that to you.
I actually don't know, so I can't spill beans because I don't know. If she's told me, I've forgotten.
I think I know one. I think I do. Because Gracie and I have talked quite a bit. I think I know one, but I'm not going to spill the green beans, Gracie, not at all. And Foxy She-Devil, your piece is out there. When you see it, you will know. Because she's saying that she wishes she could connect to a piece like I connected to this one. But your piece is out there. Just keep looking, and when you see it, you will know.
It doesn't matter who the artist is. When you connect to it, you connect to it. Like,
exactly.
There's many pieces that there's a few Josephine Walls that two Josephine Walls actually that I feel very strongly that I want to do. But for me, Houdini was my moment when I was doing him. I cried a lot. I did a lot of research into Houdini, so I cried a lot. over Houdini. So
Diana, this is actually a phoenix. It's not an angel. It kind of do look like a bit of an angel, but it is actually a phoenix.
you can
That
share
is.
the picture if you do. You know how to share the account?
No, I don't. I did
I'll share
show
it,
it.
and you just have to allow it. Hang on a second, love. I'll put
Okay,
it up.
you share it. I will allow. I'm not up on all this technology stuff like you are.
Okay, hang on a minute. I'm just going to bring up, and then you can share them, and then everyone can see them.
But
Give me a sec. I've got a lot of artwork from last year.
Jenny's back, but I've got to mute you. Okay, I've got it. I've got you muted.
okay, is that showing?
Yes. Yes. We can see.
So there you go. You just have to allow it, Chris.
Where is it? Ah, there it is. So there's Rebirth. That's what we're working on. It's actually a phoenix, and I like to say it's rising from the ashes.
She is, yes.
So, like me, I was down and almost out. I wasn't completely done. And when I saw this piece, I knew that it represented my rising above what I went through in the last year. It came at a perfect time for me, coming up on the first anniversary. And when I bought it, I knew that I was going to keep it for today. And I was working on United, got United finished, and it was a little bit early. And then I was like, what am I going to do now in between? Because I can't just sit and do nothing. So I worked on a piece that Gracie had sent to me in November. She sent me 3, which I'm very, very grateful for. And thank you so much, Gracie. I have 2 of them done now, so I only have 1 left. So when I get this one done, I may go back to that as a smaller piece. I may even start the 3rd one as a smaller piece to work on in between working on this. So
And then you've got a certain frog coming.
I've got a certain frog coming. Yeah, and I've got some endangered species coming too. So we'll see what I'm going to be working on.
Yeah, the frog's keeping the gorilla company.
I'm sorry, Jenny, what was that?
The frog is keeping the gorilla company.
Oh yes, Froggy's keeping the gorilla company. Diana, this piece actually comes in 3 different sizes on the website. It comes as I'm not exactly sure what sizes are there. I know that is it 60 by 85, Jenny,
Yeah.
the smallest one?
Yeah,
So it comes
60
in
by 85, 75 by 105, and
120 by 85?
it'll be 85 by 120 or something like that.
125 by 85 maybe. What size are you working on, Jenny?
Same size as you.
Okay, so we are all working on the
75
75 by 105.
Yeah.
We're all working on the same size. And I do know that the bigger you go, the more ABs you get, because I think
Yeah.
Angie got the 65 by 80, or the smallest one, which whatever size that is. And that one came with 3 ABs, I do believe.
Yeah, it's going to come the bigger you go, the more ABs, but you really need to go a size that you can handle.
Exactly. They are
Not
all
everyone can handle a big canvas.
Yeah, they're all rendered to actually work in the sizes that you choose.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to get less detail in a smaller piece on this because it's made to work for that size.
Yeah.
So, and I've heard that being said so many times that I can say that with confidence.
And
not-
we're quite happy that if you're unsure about a size, if you shoot us an email, we can always show you a size render. That's not a problem.
and that's what I like about Uniquely Yours Down Under as well. They will work with you. Jenny Rose at Uniquely Yours Down Under will work with you to make sure that what you're getting, you're going to love.
It's what it's all about, enjoying what you do. It's why we do this. I mean, diamond painting is more than just a craft. It helps people. It is great for mental health. It is great for when you're feeling lost. You can get lost in a different world of art. And if you're not artistic and you can't create art, you can actually create art by diamond painting. So make sure, yeah. I mean, I'm truly honored that people enjoy doing the pieces I create. Literally started doing them just to create for me. So
yeah, you were doing them as custom pieces for yourself.
yeah, because I hated what was out there.
You needed something that you loved. But
Yes.
there are plenty of pieces out there that will speak to people, and other than Rose Prophet Creations.
Look, I am a big fan of Schimmel and a big fan of Josephine Wall. And I mean, don't even get me started on fantasy artists. I have my moments, you know, where there's art pieces that from other artists. I don't just do mine. I just am at the moment.
Yes, this is your second one you've started of your pieces, right?
Since I've been with Uniquely, yeah. So you guys all know I'm doing realism. I've done Houdini. There is one that I haven't released yet, and I'm because of what it represents. I probably will wait until later in the year to release it. It was one I created for my daughter, Bridie. So I've actually diamond painted that, but I left that behind in New Zealand. So needs a bit of tweaking. I've learned a bit since then.
Okay, we're gonna pop that image away and get us all back here again.
Yeah, Cindy, it's the same for me. Like I had a mental breakdown last year. So like everyone else, I've been, you know, we've all gone through our pieces. We all have our stories. And I got pulled into diamond painting at the recommendation of my therapist, of all things.
I'm so glad. I want to go to New Zealand and shake that therapist hand.
Yeah. I actually heard from her a month ago, and she asked me how I was doing. And I said to her, "Oh, you're not going to believe it." And I told her everything that had happened since I've been here, and she was just like, "Wow!" Like it's like, "You sound so much better." I was like, "Oh, I truly am." And you guys have all been a part of that story. So as much as we're a part of yours, Chris, you guys, you are a part of mine.
I know my story is a little different than everyone else's, and the reason why I connect with this, I've been diamond painting. I actually picked up diamond painting after my dad passed away, and he was very important to me as well. I don't speak of him as often as my mother. I think my connection with my mother is more prevalent because it is more recent since she passed. And she actually lived with me for the last 2 years of her life here. So I did more for her than I did for my dad, because when my dad was ill, my mom was his primary caregiver. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved my father. He was an amazing, amazing man. If my dad was, of course, the same personality as my mother. If he couldn't do anything to help you, he certainly was not going to hurt you. And funny, he was very, very witty. He loved jokes, and his friends and his family were the most important people in his life as well.
And
So
walnuts.
I have a lot of his traits. I look like him. I really do. I look a lot like my dad. And I don't know if you've actually seen a picture of him, Rose. I don't know if there's not a lot of people around here that have seen a picture of my father, but when you look at me, you kind of see a younger version of him. He was older when he passed away. He was 82. He was quite a bit older than my mother, but they were married for 40 some years. And when he passed, so he was very ill as well. He was 26 months uh, battling with kidney failure, and he succumbed in 2017 on November 1st. So that's another significant day for me. And last year on the 1st of November, I received a package, and it happened to be from Gracie, and it was 3 diamond paintings that she had chosen to have sent to me. I sat there after I did the unboxing. I sat there, I cried. Yes, Gracie, you made me cry. So we have connections with different things, and this one spoke to me for my mother. When I do the other pieces that Gracie sent to me, I'm constantly thinking of my father. So it's very important to me that my friends know me, and you guys know me well. It I don't expect people to send me things, but of course, when they do, they are very, very appreciated. Foxy She Devil has given me some things over the past little while since I've met her. The pen that I'm using today, she actually gave to me. So yeah, you make friends, you make connections, and I think all of these things that happen in life really mold who you are. Uh, oh, thank you, Gracie, for sharing that the discount code. Yes, I am an affiliate with Uniquely Yours Down Under. I do have a discount code. Gracie has shared it. It's just The Creative Chris, all one word, all lowercase. That will allow you to save 10% on each kit that you buy. You can use that as many times as you want. You can use it over and over and over and over and over again. You will save 10% each time. With transparency, I do get small commission when you use that. And any commission that I receive from Uniquely Yours Down Under will be going back into the channel. Of course, I'm not going out and buying milk for my
He
cereal
buys
with that.
kits.
I do buy kits with it. Absolutely, I buy kits with it to showcase artwork, to work on and unbox, and bring joy to my life. So you can help bring joy to my life by using my code, which is great. Excuse me. This piece that I'm working on, Rebirth, I'm going to be working on this a lot. I will not be doing all of it on live. It would take me forever to finish it if I did. I won't be doing just lives with this piece. I may do some whip and chats to talk about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and I don't know for sure. I just generally sit here with the TV on and work on my diamond paintings because it's comfortable for me. So, okay, now we're. Yes, Gracie, I do know what you mean. She didn't mean to make me cry, but she's low-key happy that it did. Um, Grace became a very good friend after I discovered her channel. One morning, I was laying in bed, couldn't sleep, grabbed my phone, hopped on YouTube, and who should be the creator that popped up on the screen but Grace? I watched, I think, probably 5 or 6 of her videos before I stopped, and I felt a connection with her. I was like, I need to get in touch with this woman, and I did. So we had to, we had some time and developed a friendship, and it's blossomed into a wonderful, wonderful friendship. And Gracie, thank you for pushing me to create my channel.
Gracie has a lot to answer for.
Sorry?
Gracie has a lot to answer for.
Oh, she certainly does. She certainly
Yeah.
does. She introduced us all to, well, she introduced me to Uniquely Yours Down Under
Yes.
by getting Jenny on her channel and introducing kits from Uniquely Yours Down Under. And I was watching that space a long, long time.
That was my first live I ever did when Grace had me on there. So she popped my YouTube cherry.
And she
Gracie
released my
popped
first
cherries
kit.
all over the place.
She did. She released my first kit.
Which one was that? Oh, the
United.
United. Yes, she
Mm.
did. She did. She did a premiere of that one. I've actually completed United. I still have to do a post review of it, but I have completed it. It is a beautiful piece. It is beautiful. Pixie says she had the privilege of meeting my dad once or twice, but she got to know me and my mom more when my mom was living with me. Yes. I know my dad came to visit a couple of times, and actually Pixie and I used to work together in the same office. We worked for the same company, but we worked together in the same office. And when my dad would come to town to visit, I would bring him in, or he would stop in and say hello. And we met some of my coworkers there. So yes, Pixie, you did get to meet him. I forgot about that. Gracie's Gracie's saying quit. It's not about her. But it essentially is about everyone. It's about everyone.
But we're just saying, Gracie, how you're responsible for bringing everyone together.
Exactly. She has to take credit. I'm going to make that woman. I'm going to make that woman admit it someday.
The universe
always
used her as a tool to bring us all together, and she was the instrument. So yeah, take the credit, Grace.
take the credit. Take the credit, and bask in the glow of knowing that you did something great for all of us. So, in case you haven't seen it, last week, this time I was on live and I had Grace with me. So, if you want to go back, if you didn't watch that one yet, you can go back and watch that. But no, today is about the rebirth and the journey to getting to where I am now. Though this has been a roller coaster year. Finally,
Grief doesn't have a time frame.
I'm sorry.
Grief doesn't have a time frame.
No, it does not. I'm still a lot of days looking at pictures and feeling very emotional from a lot of things. And someone said to me one day, and I'm going to be a little crude here now. I will warn you
All right.
if it offends, I'm not going to apologize for offending, because this is how I feel. Someone said to me one day, after my dad passed away, they said, that's going to be tough to get over. And I said, you don't get over shit like this. You learn to live with it. Yes,
Yeah.
I said it. So, no, it's not a getting over thing. I don't want to get over it.
You adapt.
I want to live my life knowing that I had wonderful parents who were meant to be together, who were meant to be parents, who loved each other and loved their family. I don't get over losing them. You don't ever get over losing someone that you love dearly. You learn to live with the absence.
You do.
I'm adjusting. But after 4 years, my dad passed away in 2017, so that was 4 years in November. I'm adjusting to still adjusting to that. It's a big adjustment to make.
Hi,
But I
Rob.
think I've come out the other side a strong person, so that I'm thankful for.
You have, and seriously, it takes time. Like, this year is like I released the Desmond early, but that piece is my stepdad 10-year for his 10-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Well, good morning, Rob. Thanks for joining me. You're up early again this morning too. Yeah, the Desmond that you've created is a very how do I say it? When I saw that, it made me feel something too. I'm not sure why. I don't know why, because there was nothing in my life that would have been triggered by a boat. My dad was a truck driver. My mom worked in a fish plant, so maybe that might be a connection.
Maybe. It was
It,
definitely the field for me to do. That's for sure.
it's a beautiful piece, absolutely gorgeous piece. I really do, and it made me feel. It gave me the feels as well. Not sure, not
Why?
sure, not sure why. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe that might be a piece that I might need to get. I don't know for sure yet. It doesn't. It hasn't screamed. It hasn't screamed that it has to be with me yet.
Oh yeah, we all know my pieces like to scream it where they're meant to be.
Yeah. This one was screaming last night,
And a lot of people.
keeping me awake, keeping
It
me
was
awake.
screaming. It was screaming so badly, I had to call Chris to fix something.
You had to. I'm sorry, Jenny. I didn't catch what you said.
I said it was screaming so loud at you, I had to call you to fix up the order because you were having problems.
Yes, it was. Um, so a little story on that. I was trying to order the piece, and for some reason, I couldn't get my credit card to work. So first, it didn't want to come home with me.
It's just
So
making you work.
it made me work for it. She made me work. So I got in touch with Jenny, and I need to know what's going on. So she looked into it, got on her side, and they said no, it's a bank issue. So I called the bank, and they were like, there are no issues with your payment method at all. Like, we don't see anything, no restrictions on our end here. I still don't know what was going on. I used a little bit of a different payment method to buy the piece, but I was on the phone with Jenny at midnight my time, working through it. I ended up actually sending her the money through PayPal to buy the piece. So,
Because you had to have it. There was no ifs, buts, or maybes. That was the piece you wanted. And
hey,
that's fine.
I had I had to have it because it was literally saying to me, "Take me home." It wasn't one of those pieces that I just put in the cart and slept on. I put it in the cart and hit the button. I know I was at Pixie's when I discovered it, and I just could not rest on it. So it wasn't the day it dropped; it was the day after it dropped that I actually ordered it. Um, because I was at Pixie's and I saw it, and I was just I fell in love with it. I really, really did. I said to her, I said, I don't know if I should buy it. Like, it's going to be expensive. But then I knew that what I was saying was Yeah, I need it. I didn't need to talk myself into it. So I was very determined to get this thing.
I'm honoured that it was one of my pieces that spoke to you for your mum. It truly is an honour.
Yeah, and uh, I want to say to you, Rose, thank you very much for creating it, because and I know I said to you before, I think you had me in mind when you created this piece. Now, whether you did or not, I have no idea.
I'm not
I
going to
don't.
burst your bubble either way. So.
I'm sorry.
I said I won't burst your bubble either way, so you'll never know the truth.
No, I know I wasn't your inspiration for it, but that it spoke to me the way that it did makes me feel that there was a force there somewhere that made it
Um,
happen.
I believe the universe guides me. Like there is just okay. So most I am very pagan. I'm very spiritual,
Mhm.
and I very much believe that the universe guides me in a lot of my art. Some of it's just done for fun, or you guys ask for a piece and I do it. But when I'm playing, and I say I'm playing, but I'm not really. It normally means I have a piece that I have to find and I have to do it.
Mhm.
And when that happens, all bets are off. And no, Jenny knows you don't disturb me in that time because I'm in the zone and the
Mhm.
universe is speaking to me. And this is where the Desmond came from. It's where
Yes.
Houdini came from. It's where Rebirth has come from. The dolphins. They're all pieces that even the flower girls were another one. They're all ones that have gone. You need to create them, and I'm not creating them for me. I'm creating for whoever they're meant to be with, because that's
Yes.
what I do.
Yeah.
It's not about my art. It's about that art someone needs that picture. Someone needs to diamond paint it. Someone needs it on a cup or a whatever. It's like Rebirth for you was about you, for you. The universe was saying, right, you need to create this. I had my own reasons, yes, but every one of you have a different rebirth story. So therefore the universe was going, no, there's a lot of people that needed this art piece.
How do I do this now? I'm trying to make someone a moderator. How do I do that again?
You have to go into YouTube to do that. You can't do
Oh,
it
I
from
got to go
here.
into YouTube to do that. Okay.
The exciting thing for me with the Desmond was I know that Rose had actually created that piece and it had been sitting there for a while and she couldn't get it to go how she wanted to get it to go, and she just wasn't happy, and she knew what she wanted, but it's just one of those things, it comes to her when it comes to her. And the first piece that she started playing around with once we got her art tablet was she did the background and she pulled the Desmond up, and I looked at it and I said, it doesn't still quite look right. How about doing the background more of a night background with the moon shining on the boat, on the ship, while I went away to see what Kenzie wanted me for, and I come back and that was just an unreal moment to see what she had created. And I felt with the Desmond that I actually had help in her finishing that magnificent piece of art.
You guys all helped me in many ways. Like Chris, you've helped me finish a few pieces that are yet to be revealed.
Yes.
Angie has as well. Grace has as well. Grace helped me create United. She had me an idea and that she wanted, and I ran with it, and then she gave me feedback and we went from there. And
Yeah.
It's
But as an
always
artist, you're a different kind of artist. You're an artist that we can actually talk to throw ideas at, because not every artist would be open to doing those things.
They should be, because you
They
guys
should
are
be, but
awesome.
I don't know any other artists that are as open to ideas as you are. I know a few people who dabble in art, and I wouldn't call them total artists, but they do things for that they feel they should do, not necessarily what others want them to do. You know where I'm coming from with that?
I've always believed that, like, I'm a late bloomer in art, like seriously, very much a late bloomer. And there are some amazing, talented artists, more talented than I am. And you know, I don't profess to be the best or anything, not by a long shot. I have my style, I have what I want, but I just believe it's a tool that that I believe spiritually connects me to the world, and has connected me to all of you. And I mean, you and I, Chris, have developed over the last few months a very special friendship.
Absolutely. And I thank the universe for that completely. We'll tell the story about that some other time, I'm sure.
I honestly believe your mum had a hand in that.
I think so too. I think so too. Getting back to the chat here for a minute. Liz said Gracie is the one that brought us all together as a diamond painting family, and she wanted to thank her for that. But I like Diane's comment after. She says she knew me before all of you did. And yes, that is absolutely true. Diane lives in Belgium. I know Diane personally. We actually used to live in the same city, and we used to hang out a bit. And Diane, you are an amazing, amazing person and a really, really good friend. There's a whole story there, but Diane is a sweet, sweet person, and I do know her personally. So I watch her videos on YouTube, and I hear her laugh. It just brings me back many years ago when I heard that laugh for the first time. It was really
beautiful.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person. And Gracie's holding back tears because all of our words are very kind.
Of course, we're kind, Grace.
Thank you, Grace, for those very kind words. You're the reason why I'm on YouTube. Absolutely. And Pixie, I agree. We do not get over losing a parent, a family member, or any loved one. And you do know that firsthand as well. Yes. I tried to block the bot. I couldn't get it to work.
I agree. Like, I mean, Chris, I've had a lot of loss in my life.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. And none of us get through this life without that.
No.
And it's how you cope that really, really speaks to you as a person. Because some people don't do as well as others, and that's not the person. It's the situation and how they deal with things, and not everyone deals with things the same way. So Sarah has her reasons of what this piece means to her, and it's going to mean something different to everyone.
Yeah.
That's what I love the most, I think. I think the fact that it's touched so many people in different ways.
I don't know if Diana's still here, but she said she had to go. So thank you for stopping in, Diana.
Everyone will realize what their rebirth moment is, whether they want to acknowledge it or not.
Yeah. And it might not even be rebirth for some people. It might be something totally different. The piece that speaks to you for a reason. And it might not have a reason for anyone else. And you may be the only person that it speaks to that way. I'm just very fortunate that I found Rebirth when I did. And I think Rebirth is selling very well.
Yes.
Yes,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
She has been outsold, I do believe.
She's been outsold?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh yes.
certain gorilla.
A certain gorilla
A
has
certain
outsold.
gorilla has outsold her.
Yeah.
A
I
certain
had-
gorilla has taken the place of everything.
Mhm. I had the honor of, I think, being the first to unbox Rebirth.
Yes.
So that was a big deal for me, for my channel, being able to present a piece that nobody has ever seen before being unboxed meant a lot to me. So thank you for allowing me to do that.
Oh, thank you for being like, seriously, it's, you know, I know how much the pieces mean to you, and having you be the first to unbox it was truly meant to be. It was the way it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. I had all kinds of emotions that day when I unboxed it, when I looked at it. It sat here for a little while in the box, and I couldn't resist. I had to get it out of the box because she was screaming to get out.
Yeah, they do that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But I put her back in the box after, and now yesterday it was time. He came out, and she came out with a vengeance.
Yeah, she just wanted to introduce herself. My animals are very friendly that way.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I've got another piece here. I can't talk about it too much, but I do have another piece here that is very special to me as well, and I want to personally thank you, Rose, for that as well.
Oh, honey, you don't have to thank me. It was my pleasure. I am working currently on the next endangered animal, but you guys are just going to have to wait for that one.
That's August, right?
Yes. You guys think you think the art pieces give you grief. Oh my god, this one's giving me so much grief today. My computer yeah, it just I couldn't get it to do what I needed it to do. It was driving
But what's
me crazy.
August? What one is August again?
The snow leopard.
Snow leopard.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Jenny's heard me swearing a lot today.
Yes. I was swearing a lot today.
Yeah. But it's the first stage of it's done, so finally.
So we're going to get to see that one, hopefully.
I can't wait to get my hot little hands on that one.
So the snow leopard is speaking to Jenny.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
She gets to see it being created.
I'm very much a big cat lover. Panthers, leopards, all those creatures are wonderful, and I saw the first draft of that today before it's worked on, and my mouth dropped. I want it. I want it like yesterday.
Uh-huh.
That Foxy's ears are picked up. Snow leopard, yeah, snow leopard.
The best thing to do, if you're interested in the endangered animals, is
free book.
Follow us on our socials, because that's where you'll see the releases.
Yep. But yeah, it's. I mean, Chris, you and I have video called enough over the last few months, and you've seen me working on stuff. And
yes.
Yeah.
Her process is amazing. I had a hand in a couple of pieces.
Yeah.
Not just one. Tellurian Fairy. The Tellurian Fairy was one that I had a hand in.
Yeah, you and Ange. Yeah.
Angie and I were there when that was created, and we got to name it. So the name came from us.
You would have thought I'd ask for like you guys to jump off a bridge. I remember the look on your faces when I go, oh, you guys get to name it. The look on your face, you looked horrified.
what
I
what are we
was
gonna
almost
do?
like that's what you were asking for the firstborn.
I know. Well, it was. They just didn't know it. No, I don't need any more children. I have 5.
It was a bit of a scary moment when when we were told that we could name it. We wanted a perfect name for it. I didn't know what to do. It really was. I was lost for words at that point.
But that's actually the best thing for us is seeing someone help us create a piece of artwork, then going, right, you can name it. Saves us from thinking.
Yeah, God, I reckon. I do my thinking around that way. Foxy next year.
What's that for?
She's after a specific endangered animal, and I know which one she's after, and it's next year.
Okay. Yeah, we have what's set for this year, so
Yeah.
Yes.
Next year's has been decided.
Flopsy, it is going to be next year, and I've already spoken to Jenny, and you will get it. Just saying.
If I can pull it off.
You can. I have all the faith in the world in you.
I don't think you know how much nerves I get before each art piece.
No, I don't. I don't know what your nerves are like when you're creating an art piece.
Oh, I'm a mess.
I do want to say, when you created the frog for me, it was next to perfect. There was only one thing that I went back to you with.
The feet.
I was at the feet, yeah. The feet kind of blended with the background a little too much to please me, but if I got it exactly as it was, I would have not ever complained about it.
It got fixed.
It wasn't something that needed to be fixed. I don't put it.
No, but if you pick something out in a picture, and this is the other reason to show people.
There are limits, though, to be fair.
There are limits, but if you pick something simple like that out and say, I think it might be better this way, it's something that's easily fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, yeah.
There was one piece Rose and I worked on. She showed it to me, and I went, no.
So we changed it.
It got a total makeover.
It looks better.
It does. It certainly does, because it represents what I was
wanting.
Thinking. It was more the vision in my head, I guess, at the time.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I couldn't explain it, but when I saw the first draft of it, now I think my exact words were, "This is beautiful," but not what I was thinking.
Yeah, Angie had a little hand in the froggy.
Yeah, I've had my fingers poking in a few things with artwork with Rose over the past little while. So
there's some that people like. There's, like I said, there are certain pieces where the universe goes, you have to do this, and no one gets to actually have a say in those very often. It's very rare, because the spiritual connection pieces, and that's me pouring me in a very big way. Yeah, I mean, it's like you when you create something, Chris. You pour a little bit of you into everything.
Yeah, and I do more than diamond painting, so I make a lot of other things as well. So yeah, I'm a knitter. I started as a knitter in craft. I have made a lot of things. Gracie has a couple of things that I made that I've
seen those. Yeah.
When I'm knitting something, it means I don't necessarily have someone in mind every time when I'm making something. Sometimes I do. But I've also done some special orders for people. And the crazy things that people ask for sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I've seen some of the weird things out there.
I've had some crazy requests that people wanted to be knitted. I was like, why would you even think about that? That can't be knitted. But I have
I
a friend
remember.
here. I have a knitter friend here, who knits toys, knits animals.
Cool. Kenzie had knitted toys when she was little.
Yeah.
That friends had done. She loved them. I was either an auntie or a grandma, I can't remember which one, who knitted willy warmers.
Yeah. See those two. Mm-hmm.
She used to send that. She started knitting them in for the army in wartime.
Yeah. I'm sitting on the floor and I have a cramp in my legs. I have to readjust myself.
Jenny can't read chat, so I'll just read that out to her.
Mm-hmm.
Grace says the wonderful and might I say unique thing about Rose and Jenny is that they're receptive to constructive criticism. It's one of the many, many reasons I support and back these two chicks. Bless your bum, beautiful woman.
Yes. If you can't take creative criticism, then you need to get out of what you're doing, because creative criticism is the only way that we grow, because it's the only way that we know if we're doing anything wrong and if we're doing anything right.
Ed, in answer to your question about the endangered species, they are one a month. Every I have a 12 set up for this year and 12 set up already for next year, and no one's knowing about what's there next year. No. Yes, Houzini, the gorilla, is the first one, and there is only 2 subscriptions left.
There's 2 subscriptions left, and there's about 9 Houzinis left.
Yeah, so you can buy him individually, but he is limited, he is numbered, and he will not ever be released again. No. None of the endangered species pieces. I might do new ones, but there will
none of the ones that have been released will be released again. They're limited for a reason.
Yeah.
And proceeds from the sale of these kits are going to various organisations. The proceeds, or 10% of the sales from Houzini, is going to the Diane Fossey Foundation at the Melbourne Zoo.
Basically, yeah, and we're also adopting a gorilla.
Yes.
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 Once I can get time to organise that on top of everything else we've got to do.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that.
So by buying the Endangered Species series, by subscribing to it, you're actually helping to possibly save the animal that you are going to have on your diamond painting.
Well, they have announced, because today was Diane Fossey's 90th birthday, would have been, as she was murdered by poachers. But anyway, they announced today that the mountain gorillas, which is what Houzini is, he's not a lowland gorilla, he's a mountain gorilla. They are actually starting to grow, which is awesome.
The recovery.
Yeah. It's a slow recovery, and there's a lot of help in that process, but I feel absolutely wonderful that they are actually growing again, and they were almost wiped out. So it's beautiful to know that these animals have been, they're still classed as endangered, but hopefully one day they'll go down to critical, and then they'll go down to not needing quite so much. So that will be awesome.
And that's the thing with endangered species. When they do recover, it is a very slow recovery for them, generally. And the foundations that are set up to help them work very, very hard for those animals to remain with us.
Yes. Last year there was only last year and the year before there was only 1,004 in the world.
Mhm.
That number's gone up a little bit in the last year and a half, but I don't know. They haven't released the numbers yet. So.
No, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing that they've gone up. A slow, steady recovery is what we hope for our endangered animals.
Yeah.
And if we can do our bit to help that, we will definitely do our bit to help that.
What
Absolutely.
they've discovered is like gorillas normally only mate every 8 years, roughly.
Yeah.
And over the last few years, they're having gorillas actually mating every 3 or 4 years. So they're actually doing their own little part to save their own species, which is beautiful.
I was about to say, maybe they know something about themselves that we thought they didn't know.
Oh, they're not dumb animals. That's
They're not.
for sure.
No, there's no such thing as this stupid animal thing that people say.
Oh.
They're very intelligent. They know what's going on. They know their surroundings, and they know what's going on in their lives as well.
Yeah.
I made a suggestion for one of the endangered species, and that one is on the roster for next year, I do believe.
Yes.
And
Secret squirrel.
sorry?
Secret squirrel.
No giving our secrets out.
No. I'm not giving away what it is.
Good.
I did make a suggestion, and that particular animal is critically endangered.
Yeah.
Very critically endangered. There's less of those animals, I think, than the mountain gorilla.
Yeah.
There is. So
We actually do our research when we pick the endangered animals on what ones we do. So we do understand.
Next month you'll see me release a post about the elephants. Don't worry. Yeah. Gracie, I agree. Every 8 years, that's a long time between drinks. Yeah, no, I couldn't go 8 years, that's for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a long dry period, which is that's quite the dry spell.
I would have raped my husband by now. By then.
But if they're getting into every 3 to 4 years,
yes.
Yeah, I guess they're seeing that. Yeah, maybe we can do this a little bit more often too.
Ditto, Grace. Ditto. We share a similar ancestral history, I think, Grace, and the fact that we both have some Italian. So maybe that's why.
Maybe it's the European thing because I wouldn't.
Well, I'd be screwed either way because I'm Scottish as well.
Yep.
Oh, Scottish and Welsh. Oh my goodness.
What a combination, woman.
I know. Oh, look, I used to say to people go to me, what nationality are you? Go down, I'm a Kiwi mongrel.
You're like Kiwi what?
Mongrel. I'm a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
You're a pizza.
We call them mutts here.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Kiwi, pure breed Kiwi. A little bit of that, a little bit of that.
Yeah. I am actually a little bit of this and a little bit of that too. My father's family is German, and my mother's family came from the island of Jersey. So, yeah. And my dad's family is German. My dad was born British. So my dad was born in Newfoundland on the island before it was a part of Canada. It was his own country then.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
So he wasn't. It was a British North American territory. It was a British colony. So he was actually born a British subject. So on his side of the family, I am first generation Canadian.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Canadian island that they filmed Anne of Green Gables on, wasn't it?
That was Prince Edward Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to go there so badly.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than my island. But
Honey, I grew up on islands. You've seen New Zealand?
But right now, Prince Edward Island has a fixed link to the mainland. So they built a bridge called Confederation Bridge, and you can drive to Prince Edward Island on that bridge. You can't drive to Newfoundland by bridge. There is no fixed link to the mainland. You either come here by boat or by plane. And that's why everything is more expensive here.
Yeah.
Because it costs so much to get things here.
Oh, I'd have to come by boat.
You'd have to come by boat?
Yeah, just because there's something about it.
So you have two options. You would have to get off of Australia by plane.
Oh yes.
And
I would not sail all the way there, that's for sure.
No. And fly into Canada somewhere and then drive to Nova Scotia. Or you could fly into Halifax, I guess, and then make the 4-hour trek from Halifax to North Sydney, which
I
is
have
where the
friends
boat.
in Nova Scotia, so that would work well.
You have friends in Nova Scotia?
I do. I have friends in Ontario too.
Where in Nova Scotia are your friends?
I'd have to check actually. I haven't actually spoken to him for a few years, but I know he's still around.
I have family in Nova Scotia and Ontario and all the rest of the provinces in Canada, I think.
He's ex-Navy, I know that much.
Okay. So
yeah.
He's probably in the Halifax area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's I hope to meet him physically. I met him on a game. Ironically, a Battle Pirates. Yeah.
I was actually talking to one of my cousins in California the other night. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have family in California too. I have family all over the world.
Yeah, me too.
Because Rose is becoming quickly part of my family.
Ditto.
So I have family all over the world. Rose's family that I chose, and Grace's family that I chose.
Most of my family that I chose.
Diane's his first generation Newfie.
Ed's in California. I've got another brother from another mother who lives in California, and I've got an adopted dad in California. They collect people.
You know, this one that I was talking to, she's actually my dad's first cousin. She lives in California. She's lived in California for many, many years. She's actually from here, from Newfoundland, and moved to California with her husband. I'm not sure if he was from California, but I know he was U.S. military.
Yeah.
I don't know where he was from, but he's since passed. She has a birthday in a couple of days. Oh. So how are we doing? Oh, look at Jenny going there.
Yeah, she's done heaps.
She's multi-placing though. That's the thing.
She is.
Oh heck yeah! I'm not silly.
I've tried many times to multi-place. I spend more time straightening my drills than I do actually placing them. So
I'm having a lot of trouble with the wax. It's really starting to annoy me.
Yeah, we should probably turn that fan on. It's quite warm in here.
Getting on my last nerve. I can now. I finished processing because I had the
Yeah.
fan on today, walked away, and paperwork went everywhere.
Yeah, we've been leaving the fan on to keep the canvases cool.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
that's right.
Sarah,
Oh,
you do have new family friends from all over. We've got another little crazy person in here.
Emma, I am of very strong Scottish descent, so and my husband is half Scottish, so Scottish and proud, baby. Scottish and proud. Definitely proud of my Scottish heritage.
I do want to say I'm sorry if I'm not following the chat so much. When I'm on live, I don't be looking at the chat a whole lot because I am diamond painting on live here. So if I do miss comments, I do apologize. So
Most of us have channels, baby. We understand.
yeah, I don't want to be sitting there reading all reading all the time. But again, talk amongst yourselves, get all your thoughts out, and I can go back after and read the comments anyway. So yes, definitely keep chatting.
Yeah.
We're working on Rebirth here, and we are
Some of us are
making
swearing at our
sure.
wax.
I'm sorry.
Some of us are swearing at our wax. It keeps coming out of the nib. It's because it's so hot here.
I wish it was
Yeah.
hot here. It's not hot here. It's about -7, -8 here this morning when I got up.
Oh,
No, you can keep that.
oh, see my wax.
You sure you don't want it, Jenny? Are you sure?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I can talk to Mother Nature. We have a very strong personal connection.
You
No.
tell Mother Nature to leave that right there, Chris.
No, but I
Tsunami
don't
will
want it
happen.
either.
If you send Mother Nature, if you tell Mother Nature to send that here, then certain things are going to happen you won't like.
Is the processing all done?
Not all of it. Certain processing won't get done if you tell Mother Nature to send that here.
We can always cancel it.
I've been teasing these ladies the last few days, and Rose have said to me, "I can hold back on a certain piece," and I'm like, "No, you wouldn't do that to me."
Oh yes, I would.
We've been teasing each other a lot.
Here will be made frog's legs.
I've eaten frog's legs. Not so much my thing.
You're a cannibal.
No, I'm not. I tried it because it was there. I've eaten a lot of different things. I'm very adventurous.
There's certain things I just can't like.
I'm very adventurous when it comes to food. When it's something that I know I can eat without the possibility of dying.
Oh no! I couldn't do that to a poor little frog. No.
I didn't kill the frog and cook the frog. It was in a buffet. It was there. I tried it. I didn't like it.
We had caviar for the first time the other night.
Yes.
I tried caviar. I found it to be very salty.
Yeah, that's very salty.
Oh no, this was done in a beautiful fresh fish dish. It was superb. The meal that we had the other night. Oh,
I saw pictures.
Oh, I should have taken pictures of everything but I was just absolutely, as you know, Chris, I struggle to eat stuff that doesn't make me react. And it was just so nice to go out and eat something that was fresh and hot and beautiful and made with my condition in mind. So it was just, I was in heaven. I was just enjoying every mouthful.
My son had actually got in touch with me and he said, "Is there any dietary requirements?" And when I said Rose couldn't have certain things and she had to have her meal prepared fresh and it had to be hot. They bent over backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And the meal was just sensational. I didn't even think I'd finish getting dessert, but I tell you what.
We gave it a good go.
That's one thing that I struggle with as well. Eating out is very difficult when you have dietary restrictions. And I have several dietary restrictions. So going to a restaurant is not as easy for me to just go sit down, order something off the menu and say, okay, I'm going to eat that.
Mm. No,
There's
I
always
haven't.
the possibility. There's always the possibility with me of cross-contamination, and I am
Yeah.
severely allergic. So it's a very real thing that
I can relate. Like it's the same. If it's been sitting even on a plate unwrapped, or it's not fresh, or it's been frozen and then defrosted, I struggle. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
We actually enjoyed sushi for lunch today. It was like I haven't had sushi since I've been down with us. So
Sushi is so good. I
oh yes,
thoroughly enjoy sushi.
I love sushi.
But sushi has to be super fresh, obviously, for
This
many
was
reasons.
this was fresh. This was beautiful. And it was like we'd been doing the live, and then we got off the live. And it was like, no, we really need to eat now.
So the frittata's been put in the freezer. It was it, yeah.
Yeah.
Air suction, so it's gone into the freezer.
Yeah.
But you will have to come over, Chris, and I will have to cook for you sometime.
Diana's saying someone posted a comment under her name and it wasn't her.
Oh, that's a bit weird. Check your firewall settings, love. And passwords.
I'm not sure.
I made a very big section, just saying.
I did too.
I'm not used to the ABs yet. Like they do feel different in the pen, so I'm not as fast.
They do feel different. They almost feel like they are softer.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of, not used to it, but I do love how it's looking. It's just like, oh my goodness. So
Yeah, she's going to sparkle and shine for days. You're going to see this thing from space, and I think I said that in my unboxing.
And that's the only place to see it from.
Yeah.
If you can't see it from space, you're not doing the right thing.
That's right. That's absolutely right. There's going to be a lot of this one seen, and I know that it speaks to everyone in a different way, and I've said that before. My reason for getting this is my reason, and I have a place picked out for it, and I alluded to it in a couple of videos, that the space behind me when I'm doing my intro, that's where Rebirth is going. It's going on the wall in my living room so that when I walk into the space, I will see it.
You're going to make me cry.
It's going to be featured basically in every video once it's done, because it's going on the wall behind my couch where I sit and do my intro.
You're going to make me cry.
I don't want to make you cry, but I know that means a lot to you, Rose, that it's going to be front and center every single day.
It does.
It deserves that. For me, I will see it every single day, and it needs to be seen. It's not one of those pieces that you do roll up and put in a box. I've got pieces that I've done and rolled up and put them back in the box.
Yeah. I don't think she'd let you roll her back up and put her back in a box somehow.
No.
She's not going to like the fact that I'm actually going to be sitting her on the floor. She's going to have to wait her turn.
Yeah. And it is quite large, so I don't know if I will be moving it to, because I go to Pixie's every Saturday evening, as you know, and we got to paint and we snack and we have a chat and a visit. I don't know if I'm going to be taking this with me to her house because it's just quite large to be carrying around. Not one of those, not really a portable piece.
Jenny has to take hers home.
Yeah.
She's taking the suitcase.
I finished my first lot of ABs.
You
Yeah,
finished
but
your trifle, you finished your first
my first
your
oh
ABs.
God, no, that was my ABs took forever because I was like, are they going in right? Do they look right? Being a bit paranoid about them, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, this is looking.
Foxy, she's we're actually testing something at the moment, but that is quite possible.
What's that?
Blankets for Rebirth.
You just have to watch this space.
Yeah.
You're not going to find out anything yet. We're waiting on some answers.
And they're not coming fast enough for what we want them to.
No, they better come tomorrow because I'm not impressed.
Right. Considering he's been on the ball, I'm actually wondering if he's sick. I have a print design manager who helps us with all the making sure everything looks right for the print side of stuff. So
I agree that this image would make a great blanket.
yes.
Well, you might just have to wait and see if it hits the mark with a blanket. You just never know with us two.
You don't know what they're going to bring to you next. Absolutely. I've been surprised by a lot of things, this being one of them. You can get Rebirth as a mug.
Yes, you can.
It will not have the #1 fan written on it.
No, that's
Just
one of a
saying.
kind.
Just saying
And
that
it's not.
this is a one-of-a-kind mug because I am Rose Prophet's #1 fan. I
he
can
says that
tell
with
you
good pride.
I can tell you that whatever you put in your mug, whatever beverage you put in your mug, it will taste better.
Of course it will.
I got that mug in December, just before Christmas, and it was opened on live. So you can go back to Rose's channel and watch that because she brought me into the live and made me open it on live.
Oh, heck yeah.
I don't really remember my initial reaction. I know it was.
Oh, the look on
happy
your face is amazing.
I think the #1 fan did me in.
Yeah, you had a few tears.
I did. I really did. So we have become very good friends, and it was a gift from them. You can purchase the mug.
Yeah,
If you just give it a little while because we're in the middle of moving everything over to the main site, and that will hopefully be done sometime this. Well,
by the end of next week.
Yeah,
it'll have begun at least.
Yeah.
The cups will be the first thing that will go over, so
Yes.
they will be available for you guys. But there is a lot of work I've got to do to get most of them up. So it will be a release of cups every now and then. You'll suddenly get a great big wad of cups because I have to design them all.
Yeah. And that takes work.
Yeah.
So
around everything else.
Be patient. Rose is working on artwork, the cups, the store. Yeah, just have some patience.
Yeah, Kenzie at home on holiday.
Kenzie's at home from school now.
Yeah, Foxy, definitely not the first person, and definitely not the first art piece that's been recommended either. So,
no,
no for blankets.
No, for blankets.
Oh yeah.
I actually had someone talk to me the other day about some of the flower girls as a blanket. So, I can't remember who it was now. I'm sorry.
So you'll just have to watch the space, follow the socials, because that's where we do a lot of our releases.
Everything gets done on our YouTube. Releases get done on our YouTube channel. So, oh, Sarah, bless your thumb. I will be right back, guys. I just have to go grab a pill, and so I can take my pill. I'm on a time schedule for those. Oh, waddle.
I'm working on my ABs here. Single placing, of course, because I am not a multi-placer. I know, Jenny, it's painful to watch, isn't it?
I don't really criticize how other people do it. I'm just used to, and I always have been used to multi-placing. Probably because I get bored single placing all the time.
Yeah, I've not gotten used to the multi-placing because, like I said, it's more of a chore for me to multi-place because I spend more time straightening my drills, making sure that they're laid properly, and I get spaces. I don't know why. I'm obviously not doing it right.
Generally,
Not holding your mouth
especially
right.
with squares, they will sort of push each one will push the next one back into place, or you do need to make slight adjustments. But if you want to get used to multi-placing, start with your small multi-placer, your 2s and your 3s first, and work up from there.
Mm-hmm. I was
Rob,
working
yes,
with the
definitely.
3 for a while. Sorry.
A 10 placer, holy mother of Lord.
Hey?
Just about stopped myself. I had to stop myself from swearing then.
Angie's using a 10 placer on the 310s. Good on you, Angie.
Oh, piss off.
Good on you.
There you go.
I would have the 10 placer thrown across the house by now if I had to use it on 310.
You know.
There's a 9 placer, and there's the 10 placer. They're not hard to use.
She's apparently going to give me lessons. But
I am. Now that I've done what I've had to do, I will give her lessons on how to multiply.
I haven't had to use the legend on the side of my canvas for so many canvases. I've got out of practice. So I normally have it up down. Oh, dropped. Earthquake.
Did we fall off your...
No,
Where
I
did
just
we go?
had the dropsies.
Are we under the table now?
You are. Hang on, I'll give you a sneak peek of someone there. Look.
Are we getting a sneak? Is it Cola? Hi, Cola.
Yeah. She's like, no, bugger off.
Let me sleep.
She's like, leave me alone. I was asleep.
Yeah. I think I gave her a fright.
Uh-oh.
Daddy's asleep on the couch, so she could really go and curl up with him.
Multi-placing isn't scary. It's just very daunting when you first learn how to do it. And the best thing to do when you multi-place to start with is start small. Start with your 3 placer or your 2 placer and get used to doing that, and then work up from there.
I've tried multi-placing. I'm not going to lie. I've done some, but to me, it doesn't work out the way it should. And this piece is so special to me. I want it to be perfect. So I'm going to single place.
So when you do multi-place, what you can actually do is multi-place every second line.
Mm-hmm.
And then fill in the gaps. Just when you start doing it, it helps you to keep it straight instead of trying to put one row and then the next row right next to it.
Yeah, no, I tried that too as kind of like a larger checkerboard pattern. I tried it. Not going to do it on this piece. Maybe another piece later on down the line, I will multi-place and get more used to it so that when I get a very large piece like this again with large blocks of color, I will be more comfortable with it.
I think my problem is like as I've said to Rose, I'm at the moment Josephine walled out, and I think I've worked on so many pieces that have been confetti that it's actually nice to work on a piece that's got huge chunks of colour blocking.
Yes.
My art's for a little bit for everybody.
And it's even nicer to work on 310s that aren't just black.
I'm loving the AB, the 310 ABs on this. Absolutely loving it. It's giving it a dimension. It's giving it a lot of personality.
Because, this bird needed more personality.
Yeah, like it needed more, right?
Yeah. I think we're just trying to match it.
Like it needed something else, but no, it's...
I nearly didn't release it.
Really?
Say what?
Seriously, I kind of looked at it.
What would possess you not to release this?
It just didn't, like, when I first finished it, I was just kind of like, because it's been, this is one of those pieces that, as simple as she is, for me, simple as she is, she actually took me quite a while because I painted it with a mouse. So, but I kind of looked at it and went,
She didn't scream at you immediately?
No, she didn't. I walked, before I actually finished her off completely. Because I do this with pieces where I'm sitting there thinking, oh, no one's really going to want this. That's kind of, I second guess myself. I'm an artist. We're our own worst critics. And so I walk away from it for a day, and then I'll open it back up again and go, right, can I finish this? And that's when it started screaming, right, you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this, and boom, there it was.
Yeah.
Excuse me, lady. Next time
I'm getting the evils.
Next time you second guess yourself, me and you's going to have words.
Oh, it's always going to happen. Every artist does it. It's just but I've learned not to always listen to my inner voice. You guys have been a great big help in that, by the way.
I hope that you've learned not to listen to your inner voice from a little bit of a recent experience where you sent me a picture of something that I wanted and said, you need to see this because I don't know.
The froggy.
A certain frog has made its debut, and you were nervous about it. I was shocked that you were nervous about that because it looks exactly as I imagined.
Some pieces I mean, I had nerves around Hot Diggity Dog for Rob as well, like probably not as much as the frog, but every little piece I have, like, oh, are they gonna like it? Are they gonna, oh, do I like it? Not really. Sometimes I fall in love with it, like this piece and Houdini and the dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's even some of my pieces I do, and I sit there and go, yeah, I'm never going to diamond paint that. And then you guys go and buy it, and it's like, okay, fine. You guys like it. Obviously, that's who it was meant to be for,
But I have learned that with art, it's art that I've looked at, and I'm thinking, nah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And people have been surprised me because it sells. And it's like, well, I can't then, I have to take myself out of the scenario and go, other people are going to not necessarily like what I like, and I don't necessarily like what they like.
Exactly. Yeah. And art does that to people because everyone sees it in a different way.
Yep, exactly.
So Rose, when did you start Rebirth? So what was the time? Can you enlighten us on a little time frame on Rebirth and when she was started, when she was completed?
Give me a
I know
second.
she
I
was.
need to go and see because I'm on Instagram, and I actually release stuff on Instagram sometimes before it releases to you guys. But hang on a second. Let me just go have a look. Everyone's going to
Now
start.
everyone's going to find her Instagram and go, now I'm going to get the inside scoop. We're a little bit more objective now what gets released first.
So Rebirth I released the 21st of November. So I'd been working on it for about 2 weeks maybe. So yeah, the month of November roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that stage, she never used to tell me a lot of what artwork she was working on until she completed it.
No, Gracie, love.
No, Grace.
Yeah.
So I never knew then. I know more now because she tends to run it by me, except when I think she's supposed to be resting and then says to me, I'm not working on art.
I'm not working. Not working, I'm playing.
Good night, Grace. I want to say thank you for coming in and joining us today. It means a lot to me that you're here. Thank you. Yes, Diane, when the skinny multiplacers are better than the thicker ones. Now I have the metal multiplacers. I bought them. They're not the best quality. And I think I mentioned that to you, Jenny. I ordered them and
Yeah.
I was very leery on the quality. Now the single placer works fine. The multiplacers, not sure on the quality of them.
I actually can't use plastic now that I've gone metal.
Yeah.
It does.
Now
Yeah.
these are metal. They're not the best multiplacers, I will say.
Are they the ones that have got the patterns on the metal?
No. No, they're plain. They have the numbers on them.
That's the ones I use. I don't find any problem with them, actually. I've heard the ones with the patterns on them aren't so good.
Maybe it's different suppliers have.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I know I've got a set of gold and a set of silver. So you can see on my pen here, I have a silver tip and a gold straightener. The silver straightener is actually bent. So I can't use the silver straightener.
Take care, Pixie.
Did you bend it, Chris?
No, I don't think I did. I think it was bent when I took it out of the package. I can't be 100% sure. I tried to bend it back and it's very hard to straighten out. So I don't think that I had the strength to actually bend it. I'm not worried. I have the gold one. It wasn't expensive. Not going to complain about it. It was cheap. And I know I'm shaking my camera there. All right, Pixie, have a good day at work. And thank you for coming in this morning. And if you can listen, yeah, sure. Keep on listening. We're not going to be here a lot longer. I have another thing that I have to do today in less than 3 hours.
And we have what's called sleep to do.
You have sleep to do.
Because there's another live tomorrow.
Yeah, they're 11 and a half hours apart, the lives from me today. So I will be coming back again at 7:30 Newfoundland time, which is 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for Rose and Jenny.
Yep, our channel won't be on tomorrow. We will be here.
So they will be joining me again, and there will be something special then. So just keep your eyes open. Come on back and join us again. We're going to have another chat, and we're going to work on our rebirth again one more time. I might get this section done then. Who knows?
I might too. I did this great big square, and I'm thinking, shit, now I've got to do that the whole way across.
You can make them narrower though.
Yeah, we'll probably make it narrower.
You can do them smaller, the same height, but just don't choose them to be quite as wide. You were very ambitious this morning, weren't you, Rose, or this evening for you?
I was just excited to be doing it. I think I'm doing something that isn't skin colored. Like seriously, this is awesome.
And you're working on ABs, which is amazing.
Oh, look, realism is amazing. Don't get me wrong. And I thoroughly have enjoyed it. But before this, and I'll show you guys on our next live, I did a Star Wars piece. Guess what? Main color tones were in that.
Oranges.
Yeah. So just kind of I'm quite enjoying actually doing a bit of color. Yeah.
And you're enjoying the ABs too, I hope.
Oh yes, they were beautiful. I've done my first lot. I'm just filling in around it now. So the nebula, it's quite interesting because I think I've already painted this painting. Now I'm painting it again.
Yeah, it must be something very special to you to create the piece and then sit down and diamond paint the piece, because I don't look at it as finished until I actually diamond paint. So
It's
do you
not
feel the
finished
same?
until I see it diamond painted, whether it's something, whether I've done it or you've done it or somebody else that's brought it has done it. Seeing it, I get a kick, a huge kick. It's a huge honor for me. And I know you guys all go, but yeah, I'm just a normal person, and the fact that you guys buy my art and you diamond paint it, and I really I can't say enough. I really want to say it's very humbling and very. I just get a kick out of seeing everyone do it, and I want to see them finished, and because then they're finished.
You talk like you're not a awesome artist, and you are my favorite artist. I'm not going to make any bones about it.
Bless your
I've said
bum.
it before, and I will continue to say it. Rose Prophet, you are my favorite artist, and I am in awe. A lot of days I speak about Rose Prophet, and I'm like, yes, I know Rose Prophet. She's my friend.
Oh, bless your bum.
And it feels so good to me because I have a friend who I can talk to about anything, who's an absolutely amazing artist. And she can take my thoughts sometimes and just create this awesome piece of art, whether it be for me or for the world. It really, really makes me feel very proud to have gotten to know you.
Oh.
And Jenny, you're not left out of this equation either. I'm so happy that I can actually say that I have a friend who created a diamond painting company.
He's just left me speechless.
Yeah, he's gonna make me cry in a minute.
These ladies have helped me a lot in the last little while since I've gotten to know them.
Oh, that's a two-way street though. I've had some really, really rough days in the last few months, and you are one of the I've got friends I've known all my life who haven't been there for me quite the same way that you have, Chris. So, that's a two-way street, hon. You give as good as you get. Don't you worry. You're an amazing friend.
Thank you. And that makes me feel very, very good within myself to know that it's appreciated, my friendship, that my caring, I guess. Because I do really care deeply for both of you. And I want to know how your day is going, what you're doing today, and not out of nosiness, but out of sheer concern for you, Rose, especially lately where you've been having some flare up with your condition that you have. And I want to make sure that you're okay.
Yep. And
I guess I'm worried.
It's like I said, you've reached out when so many people who have known me longer don't. So, and that speaks for actions speak louder than words. And I've always said that. And you can walk the walk, but you can talk the talk, but you got to walk the walk.
Exactly.
And Chris, you talk the talk and you walk the walk. And I'm, you sit there and say how much it's an honor to have me as your friend. That's mutual. Like, I honestly can't imagine a world without you in it now. So,
And only a few short months ago, we knew each other existed for a while.
Yeah. You freaked out when I walked into your channel.
I did. I so was totally starstruck, and I don't get starstruck very easily. I know people who are quite popular. And I said to one of my friends actually one day, I met not for the first time, but I met a singer and who she is a very big fan of. And I mentioned to this particular singer that my friend is a big fan. And the message was given to me, passed along to my friend saying, thank you, and tell your friend I said hello. So immediately I got on my phone, I sent the message. I'm like, I was just talking to X. I'm not going to mention names here because it's not my place to do so. And I said they wanted to say to you, I mentioned that you're a fan, and they wanted to say thank you, and they say hello. The message I got back was, "Oh my God, you know X?" Like, yeah, X is no more than anybody else. I know X. I happened to run into X at the grocery store. Why? But to my friend, this person is a big celebrity.
Yeah.
Who plays music and has music videos, and yeah, a bit of a big deal sometimes to somebody who don't know them. For somebody who knows them, they're just another person. I never thought that I would get to that point with you, Rose, where no, you're not just another person. You are a very good friend, and I'm not discounting you.
Oh, I know you're not.
But you are a very good friend, and I never thought that I would have gotten to this level of friendship with you. It wasn't. I guess it was meant to be, but it wasn't known to me at the time.
And it all started because I stalked your Facebook and found out when your birthday was.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, my phone went off on me, and I don't know why. It probably died. It probably overheated and died. So I'm going to pull us back into a face-to-face here for a moment. I have part of my section done, and I will continue to work on it throughout the day. Again, like I said, I'm not going to be doing this whole thing live. I'm going to pull you guys over here again.
Yeah, just let me put my
no rush. You guys can keep working away.
Oh no, it's late here.
It's getting late, and
we've had a very upset little girl for most of the day.
Yeah. How's she doing now? She doing
this
better?
Afternoon I gave her some pain meds, and she's been really good since.
Yeah.
But
so Cindy says that she loved you, ladies.
Oh, love you too, sweetheart. Love you
too. But I'm feeling a little left out. What about me? What about me? No love for me? No, I'm teasing. I love these ladies as well. They are amazing. They've helped me a whole lot this year, and for that I am forever grateful for your friendship. But what about me? I want some love too, Cindy. I don't even know if she's still here.
That blue, like, oh my God, look how much it pops with the ABs.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It really does. And Angie said she about fell off her bed when you showed up in her live.
I've still got your first message, Chris.
My first message to you?
Yes.
which
I heard
was like,
all
oh my
about it.
God, Zero's Prophet is messaging me. Like, what is going
That's
on?
the one. Yeah.
I'm like, what? Huh? So a little bit of a backstory here on how Rose and I actually got in touch with each other. I made a video with the questions. And one of the questions was, who's your favorite diamond painting artist? Oh, thank you, Cindy. You're very lovely. I've got something to say to you in 1 second, Cindy, after I finish my story here. Yes, I do, Angie. Thank you. And I adore all of my friends. So we all have a very special friendship. But I do want to send Cindy a little message here too, just because I did something. So um I was not stalking Rose, but I was like,
Yeah,
okay, we've been in lives together, talking on lives, and really just communicating that way. I made the comment that Rose was my favorite artist. She commented on that video, and I went, oh.
Jenny actually told me about it because I wasn't following you then.
And I was like, Rose Prophet knows that I exist. Okay, this is a big deal. So I was a fan, obviously, because she's my favorite artist. And I was in lives, and Rose was there in Gracie's live and Angie's live, and around the different lives that I had been on YouTube. So we got to chatting in those lives, and a different medium now where I can actually ask Rose a question she will answer.
Mm.
And when she answers my questions in a live, I'm like, oh my God, Rose knows who I exist. She's actually answering a question that I asked. Like, what is, oh my. So
You was fangirling big.
I was a big fan. So I get what my friend felt when I told her about X. So then I'm on Facebook one night and something popped up about Rose Prophet. I was like, oh, I should add Rose as a friend just to see. I'm not expecting her to acknowledge me at all. So I hit friend request. About 2 minutes later, maybe not
Yeah,
even,
about that, yeah.
I get a message, a private message on Facebook Messenger. We share a similar birthday. I'm like,
I'd gone stalking.
what? What? Rose Prophet actually messaged me?
It wasn't about the birthday at this point. It was just on a high that I'd messaged.
No, it wasn't, and I didn't know if he was making a good guess or what. And I'm like, you actually looked at my profile? And she's like, yeah, I checked out your profile. And she said, we have a very similar birthday. And I'm like, when's your birthday? It's July 3rd. I'm like, we will actually celebrate our birthday technically on the same day because July 2nd here, which is my birthday, is July 3rd there. And like, yeah, so we're going to actually celebrate our birthday on the same day. Then she launched her YouTube channel. And of course, I've been probably in 99% of the conversations in her lives. I may have missed a couple because of other things happening, but I've always went back and watched replay.
Life.
The funny thing was when that initial message happened where the friend request happened, I get this message off Rose and we were talking. She says, Chris is fangirling me, and I just followed him, and I just lost it. I thought that was the funniest thing and the cutest thing out that you were following her. And it's sort of, and the thing is, we were going to set you up. We really were, because I was going to contact you and I was going to launch into a conversation with you on the live and bring Rose in on it.
Because every time you wanted to video call, I go, oh, I'm busy. It's because we had this plan that she was going to call you saying there was an issue, she needed to talk to you, and I was going to surprise you by popping in, sort of like 10 minutes in. Like, you got too eager.
You ruined it.
I ran out of excuses. Night, Elizabeth.
Night, Elizabeth.
Good night, Elizabeth.
In the end, Rose says to me, "We're gonna have to video chat him. He wants to video chat."
I've run out of reasons.
I was desperate to get Rose on a video chat because I wanted to make sure that this was actually true, that I was talking to the Rose Prophet. That was the biggest reason. So on to I was very, very struck by Rose is a artist. To me, she was famous because other people knew her, not just me.
I find it still funny. Me famous. Like.
There are people here that know about your work that you probably have never heard of. So
Yes.
people are watching what you're doing. So to me, that's famous.
Well, I actually had like somebody else actually, like a member of my family, go to me, "Oh, you're becoming quite well known, aren't you?" And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, I was talking to someone and they were going on about this amazing diamond artist, and they go, I happened to mention that you designed, and they go, they kind of freaked out when they realized." Nope.
That's a spam call. That's fine. That they can hack off.
They were kind of freaked out when they realized that this person was actually related to me. Okay. So a little story. There's a bakery across the road, and I'd finished the live and I'd gone over to get lunch, and I'm literally standing in line waiting to get something because they make fresh food that I can eat. And so I'm standing in line and I was talking, and this lady says to me, she's standing in line, she goes, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my God, you're Rose Prophet." I was just like, "Oh, calm down."
See, that was my reaction. Oh my God, it's Rose Prophet.
Yes, she said, "Oh my God, you're awesome." And she's just going, "I love your chats and I love your art." And she's like, and she was going to the lady behind the counter, "This woman's famous." In my pajama pants with it, like seriously, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we enjoy surprising you, Angie. But
so
was just like, I was just like,
yeah.
We haven't done a good surprise and jaw drop to Andrew yet. Some will be coming soon.
Mm-hmm. So Cindy, who is here in chat, and I have a little story for her too. So she said that she loved the ladies, and I was like, "What about me?" So she said thank you. You love me too. I know I kind of begged for that. But last night, Cindy, I was watching one of your videos and was thoroughly entertained by it. The stories, the way Cindy talks really, really gets me. So I'm watching your videos, Cindy, and you're entertaining me. So I've gotten to know a lot of people through YouTube. Angie Tinker, who's not here, she's probably still in bed because it's earlier there than it is here, than it is for you. I'm going to message her and make sure she's here tonight. Liz, I talk to a lot of people, but I can't possibly talk to everyone. So this is my way of talking to everyone. I know you're all here, and I am so happy that you've decided to spend this time with me and my friends Rose and Jenny.
You know what? I would not have been anywhere else tonight. Or tomorrow. Like, I have lost 2 dads in my lifetime. I have buried a child. I have actually buried a few children, but I've lost loved ones, and I know the pain. And you, like I said before, you've become someone special in my life, and you know this, and it's not a secret to everybody else either. You and there's Angie and Tink and Grace and especially Jenny changed my world, like seriously, especially Jenny. But I know that pain, and and I know how hard that first year is, and I know how hard the firsts, and this is the last of the firsts for you.
Yes, this is the last of the firsts.
Yeah.
I've had all of my firsts now.
Yes.
So
and it gets
it does get
as it gets
easier
better, it
as
gets
time
easier.
goes.
Yes.
It's not anything that I'm ever going to get over, but it does get easier. I've had firsts from another parent, so I kind of know what to expect. And this eye is really, really distracting.
It's only because you know it's there. It's not that obvious the side of the camera on us.
To
I'll
me,
teach you
it's
some makeup skills.
well, just look at.
Oh, see now when you take your glasses off, your glasses hide it quite
Pretty
nicely.
obvious. My glasses do hide it a little
What you
bit.
get for tugging, just saying.
That's not how it went, Rose.
No, but that's my vision, and I'm sticking to it.
You were crying the first 30 minutes here, Cindy? Am I missing something? Cindy says she was crying the first 30 minutes. So
Oh,
sorry for making you cry if you were crying the first 30 minutes of this live. But today, this journey has been very, very special to me.
oh, her first DP.
Oh, her first was a DP of her mother.
Her first diamond painting was one of her mum.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. I was nervous this morning because I didn't know how I was going to feel myself. I was nervous last night about this morning. I didn't know how I was going to feel doing this. Rose knew that I was feeling a little nervous. Jenny knew I was feeling a little nervous. They've calmed me down and they've helped me with this process, and I could not be more grateful at all. Pixie says that I've surprised her a few times with chats to other creators when I've been at her house. And she always says to herself, I can't believe I'm meeting this person right now. So Rose and I
the other day, didn't we, Pix?
Cindy, I will say when it comes to doing memorial pieces, when it's for someone you've lost, it's very, very hard. My first memorial piece that I did, my daughter's one of her best friends passed away suddenly of heart problems, and she was only in her 20s. For her, as a memorial piece, she had a beautiful horse, and I did a picture of Brit and her horse. But the second memorial piece I did was the hardest, was of my grandson.
It's beautiful. I've seen a photo.
And that has pride of place in my daughter's home.
Yeah.
I cannot diamond paint those that I've lost. I can't diamond paint their faces. It hurts too much, even now. But
it hurt, but it was very much for me. It was a healing process that I helped my daughter get through. That story I may tell one day. Very few people know what the full story is behind that, but that was very heart-wrenching for me and very, very hard to do. But I was honoured to do it and know that it is pride and place in her home as a memory of her son.
I actually diamond painted my mother. I have one of my father as well that I need to do. I haven't started that one yet, but I did my favorite picture of my mother. When it was done, while I was doing it, it was really surreal because I was so close to the canvas, it didn't register that that's what I'm working on. I didn't see what I was working on because I was so close, just placing drills. That's all I was doing. So when I was completed, I covered her face because I didn't want to see the face while I was finishing the other corner. So I pulled off the cover and I'm looking at it from maybe 6-8 inches away. It didn't look good to me for some reason. So I got up, I went to the washroom, and when I walked out of the washroom, the piece was on a table in my living room. I glanced over at it, and it was like my mother was sitting in the room again. And I lost it.
Oh, I bet.
It was a perfect image of her. I
You needed to see
lost
it.
it. I needed to see it from about 6 to 8 feet away. And that was the perspective that I was looking at it then. It turned out to be a perfect piece. So it's healing to me. It was healing to me. It helped me move forward again.
My art is my way of doing that. So like I will do the Desmond, and I will design something for Brady, a fresh piece, and I will do that. But then, you know, like I've got 12 angel babies. So, you know, and then there's that. And I get that it's healing, because even doing the art is healing.
Yeah.
But I just, I've got photos of Brady, and I've got photos of my dad's, and I just can't.
No, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone.
I'd rather create an art piece.
Yes.
And that's where the memorial pieces come from.
Yeah, and that's the connection that you have for all of that. To me, I wanted to do my favorite picture of my mother so that I would have that picture in case something happened and I lost the photo. I did it. It took a lot to start it, but once I started at it, I got it done in probably 3 days. I worked on it and worked on it and worked on it and got it done, and it turned out to be one of my favorite pieces that I've ever done. And I've done a lot. I've done a lot of done.
Us as a company, if someone wanted to come to us and have a memorial piece done, whether they wanted one of their loved ones in the piece or whether they wanted something, and you know, Rose has the ability to create something phenomenal out of pieces of memory. So if that's what people want, that's what people will get. But for us to be able to capture memories for people that they're going to have for a lifetime, that to me personally is we're doing our job right.
And they're not pieces that I will just I say slap together, but I don't slap any of my art together. But there is the quick art that I can do, and then there's the not so quick art that I can do. These are art pieces where I literally, as you know, I spoke to you. I've got a piece of mine for you, and I've got a piece of mine for Ange as well. But they haven't sung at me to be done yet.
No, and you pour your soul into those pieces. And so Froggy, I know the frog, you poured your soul into that piece.
Just like he's been sitting, I had the mesh because I work with meshes for some of it. And I have had that mesh for over a month.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and then suddenly it was like, come on, my turn. What about me? My turn.
Yeah.
Get out.
And I always said to you, there is no rush. I don't need this immediately. There's no rush for it.
The right piece.
And then one day I get the piece. I'm like, now I can't wait to get it in my possession. So now there's a rush.
Hi, Deborah. Good morning. Diane. I understand that I sadly didn't get to see my stepdad before he passed away, but I did get to talk to him on the phone. And him and I used to talk every day. Like, you guys wonder where I get my sense of humor and my crude mouth from. Well, I got it from him. That was a nature versus nurture moment, that one. Rory used to laugh because we used to have the weirdest conversations. But I used to talk to my dad every day. And when he passed away, the rock that was my rock fell out from me. And I did not cry for probably a good 3 months after he passed, because I just didn't want to feel that he'd gone.
You were numb from it too, probably.
Yeah, I didn't want to admit it.
No, you didn't want to admit the reality.
yeah, that I had lost yet again. I'd lost someone. I'd lost my real dad when I was young, and the man who had raised me for 30 odd years. And trust me, I gave him grey hair. I wasn't the easiest teenager at all. My mother got blamed for a lot of stuff I did, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, losing him broke me in so many ways. So I think that's one of the reasons why, because I know that pain. It's been 10 years and I still feel it occasionally. I know what it's like to be in your position right now. And I didn't have a rebirth moment a year down the track. The Desmond for him is my rebirth moment. That's me 10 years later going, I can let you go now.
Yeah, your aha moment is now.
Yeah.
Diane, with that, and I'm so sorry that you lost your dad, and it's never easy losing a parent. I've lost both of mine, as you know, but my dad passed away in 2017. I didn't get to see my dad just before he passed. I was here. He was on the other end of the island. The last time I saw him alive he died on November 1st, but the last time I saw him was in April of that same year. So it was, to me, I felt like I was robbed a little bit from another visit with him. I would have liked to have went, and I offered to go several times, and my mother was like, no, you stay where you are. You can't change anything by being here, so it's just going to cost you too much to get here.
Yeah.
So just I'll let you know when you're needed. My mother was actually here with me and passed away here in town, not in my house, but in the hospital. So I was with her that whole day because I got a call from the hospital in the morning. And I went in and I was there the whole day until about midnight. And I left. I had a conversation with my mother, a one-sided conversation. She wasn't talking that day. And I told her that I gave her permission. Yes, I could say I gave her permission. I got down into her ear and I gave her permission. And I knew that I was never going to see my mother alive again. I got in my car and I called her sister, my aunt, who I'm very close to, and told her, like, listen, she's not making it through the night. Get yourself ready. I came home. I took my phone and I went to bed. And I didn't lie down. I sat up in my bed until 10 to 5 in the morning, 4:50. The phone rang. I picked it up. I said hello. And it was my brother who was actually with her. He called me and he said, his first words were not like, what are you doing? Or were you asleep or anything like that? His first words to me was, her race is done.
She put up a good
On
fight.
this earth, she was done. And I have a belief that my mother is in a better place. Not everybody believes the same way I do, but I believe that my mother is in a better place. And I sent a message to one of my very good friends and said that my mother's journey in the confines of this earth is now done. And she's beginning a new journey in a new place. And she's never, ever known that she's lived here. She's never known that she's lived on earth, but she comes back to visit. And she comes to me. She knows that I'm still here. And we're all still, she's still with me. And they are all still with me. I've lost a lot of people. I don't have any grandparents. I don't have any parents. So it means something to me today to be able to work on rebirth, because it is a big rebirth moment for me. And I know it came quick. A year later is pretty quick.
It's a sign that you obviously, like I said, grief holds no time restraint. It takes a year, some takes 6 months, some takes 10 years, 20 years. No one has the right to tell you whether it's too quick, too soon, too late, too long, whatever.
No.
That's bullshit. It takes you as long as you need it to. And you have done a lot of healing in a year. Like in the time that I've known you.
Yeah.
Just, and that's, I mean, we met. We've only known each other a very few months, and in that time, I've seen you heal so much. You know, your face, the light in your eyes used to dull when you talked about the loss of your mum. Now it twinkles.
It's brighter now because I know that she's here. She's here with me. She's coming through this phoenix. She's never really truly left me.
She hasn't left you at all. She's
no.
She's right behind you with a hand on your shoulder going, I am here. I mean, the cup, for goodness sake, the story with the cup, like Jenny and I decided to send you this cup, not knowing that your mum that collected coffee mugs is crying out loud. Like, you cannot tell me you didn't have a hand in that, like, you know.
I think at that time when I revealed that to you, that my mother collected mugs and she had them from all over,
it floored me.
I think you actually turned in your chair and turned back to the camera and was like, yeah, your mom came here and visited with me. And I'm like, well done, mom. Well done, mom. You went to Australia and I couldn't go. Take you with you next time. Right?
She was using her freaking flyer points.
Yeah.
So
Cindy, it takes time, love. Like, seriously.
Yes, no, I know it does take time, and I've done a lot of healing in this past 12 months, but it's going to continue. My healing is not done. I'm not doing this
to the next stage.
I'm moving to, like you said, the next stage. I'm not done grieving. I will always grieve the loss of these people.
Of course you will.
Because you don't get over it. This is just another step in me learning to live with it.
Yes.
Yeah, no one can put a time frame on grief.
No.
I mean,
not at all.
Let's see, Kenzie's 15, so coming out 14 years ago, I had this adopted daughter who died in my arms, and I can talk about it now. But 5 years ago, I couldn't even listen to the Rose from Bette Midler. Butterflies used to set me off. It takes time. There is still, come August, August is a hard month for me. I lost Dad 1 year and I lost Bridie a year before. It's just, you know, you just can't. And I really want to stress this because I get the feeling that there's someone out there who needs to hear this over and over again, which is why I keep saying it. There is no time limit whatsoever. And no one has the right to tell you that you need to stop grieving. So whoever it is that's watching this that needs to hear that, listen to me. I'm a mom.
Take as much time as you need. You're allowed to grieve forever.
Yes.
It does get easier. It does get easier as time goes, but it does not change. The loss is never, ever diminished by time.
No.
Your acceptance and your learning and your grieving changes over time, but that's different for everyone.
Create those little anniversary habits because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Like every year we watch, no matter where my son and I are in the world, we watch Rocky Horror Picture Show and Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Two weird combinations, I must admit, but hey, they were her favorite movies, and we do it every year. If we can be together when we do it, that's when we do it.
So you said create those anniversary habits. So maybe I've got a little idea here. And I know we'll do this before, but next year we're going to do this again. Yeah. We're going to all get together and it won't be Rebirth. No, it'll be something else.
I'm not going to be redoing Rebirth in a year.
I'm not going to be redoing Rebirth. I might still be working on Rebirth.
No, you can't recreate something like this. It has to be something.
No.
It has to be something.
Yeah. But we can sit and have another talk a year from now on the 2-year anniversary and make it about my mother again. Yes. He's never going away. No. Because Rebirth is actually going on the wall next to between this one and the other one over on the other side where you see the longer one on the other side of that. So Rebirth is going there. I may have to adjust a couple of things, but Rebirth is actually going right there. Yeah.
I love that.
The other one
You leave me
is
so
going
humble.
on the
Like,
wall out there. So it's
mm.
I have places
You're
for
gonna
it.
be surrounded by Rose Profit art.
Yeah, my endangered species are going to be revolving pieces, and they're going above my TV. So 1 month after Houdini's done, Houdini will go up. When the next one is done, that one will go up. Houdini will come down, but Houdini will probably go back up again. There's going to be times when they're going to be needed to be changed out, and they're
Yeah.
going to be on display. Absolutely. If I
Yes.
had a wall big enough to put all of them on, they would be.
Even I don't. Like seriously.
Yeah. I just don't have a wall big enough. I may have to move out of this place and move into a place that has just a gallery wall where I can put all my endangered species. How about that?
You
Come on.
you could have tickets. You could, sell tickets to pay for the diamond paintings. Come and see this exhibition.
Then I could sell tickets to pay for the house that I'm probably going, the warehouse that I'm going to need.
Exactly.
I'm gonna need a warehouse.
You may have lost your mum, sweetie, but she's still looking over you,
Exactly.
and she will be very proud of the person you've become.
Do you remember the live when I said I hadn't seen monarch butterflies yet? I was talking about Bridie and about the
yes.
Literally, I got off that live and I had to call Angie about something, and I was on that thing, and this monarch butterfly is the first one I've seen in 5 months. Literally flitted in, did a circle, and flitted straight back out again.
Yeah, she came to visit.
Yep.
She came to visit. They find us no matter where we are. They find us no matter where we are. And Cindy made a comment, hers comes to visit when she's really bad. I don't want, no. I don't want to know.
But no, seriously, I will tell you stories on my live at some stage. We will have this conversation, Cindy, and we will do this in the next week. We will have a deep conversation about the thing, because our channel, we do the real talk. So
okay.
Yes,
we will do that. Maybe what's tomorrow, Tuesday? So we're with you Wednesday.
Yeah, we can continue our conversation. We've been here for almost 3 hours.
That'll explain why I've got a numb bum. And why I need a cigarette.
Yeah. So before we go, I want to say again one more time, thank you, Rose and Jenny, for everything that you've helped me with in this last year. Thank you, Rose, for creating Rebirth. She means the world to me. Thank you, Jenny, for allowing me to buy Rebirth the way that I did.
You are very welcome anytime. And that goes for anyone. Anytime you're having problems, all you have to do is let me know.
I like to develop bonds with people. So it goes for anybody that's watching this, anyone that's a fan. I don't fight.
No, she does if you ask her to.
If you ask me nicely, I might nibble a little bit, but you have to get hubby's permission for that. But anyway,
she don't bite hard.
No, I don't bite hard. But I would rather you guys reach out and talk and have someone to talk to. And I've been alone. I've been through my own mental health issues. I felt silenced by my mind was me. That was me. Keep your head on was me. Those are all parts of my life and my mental health journey. So, you guys know I've had grief, and like you and I have bonded over the loss of your mum brought us together, really.
Yes.
So that's a blessing, and I love you. You are like family to me, and you're very special to me. And I make bonds for life.
Yes, and that was what I was about to say. When we had started our conversation on Facebook Messenger, that first morning for you probably, you made a comment and said, I don't make connections unless they're long term.
Yes.
I make long-term friends, you said.
Friends
So
walk away
happy
from
that you
me,
do.
not the other way around. I do not walk away from my friends.
I'm sorry you stuck with me.
Oh, damn it. No.
Yeah, you're stuck with me too now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Price
You're
I
stuck
pay
with
for
me.
being an artist.
You're done. You're done.
I
We
am
ain't
going
going
to
nowhere.
say, talking about mental health and issues like that, coming up in the very, very near future, there is going to be a special mental health event happening.
Yes.
We'll mention this.
We will mention it in our live, but I'm going to get with Rose and we're going to talk about who we might want to help to co-host with us. But it will be a special one, which I've become determined is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
Rose, can you pop your YouTube link for your channel? Michelle is asking for it. I can't do it right here because I'm actually in StreamYard and I don't have it copied on my tablet. So if you could just pop that in there before we go.
Okay, hang on a second. I have to actually log your video on it. Okay, let me do my magic.
Yeah. So you just go into your YouTube and your about and copy your link out. While you're doing that, Rose, I just want to say again a very heartfelt thank you to everyone who came in today, commented, said hello, listened to us ramble, talk about the things that are important in our lives, and sharing the friendship that Rose and Jenny and I have put into place here. So we've made a special connection. It's not going away. And for that, I am forever grateful that I can call you guys, you girls, my friend.
You can call us guys. Yeah, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's still be sorted. And Sarah, honey, I am so glad I got stuck with you. Like, seriously, I love all of you. Like, seriously. Yes. I mean, there are some of you I have a stronger connection with, but it doesn't mean I don't love you. Like,
no,
it's just a matter of hanging out, and that's what we've done. We've hung out. Yeah. Chris and I don't think there's a day. It's very rarely there's a day we don't talk.
Yeah, we say hello to each other at least. It's
4 or 5 times a day.
4 or 5 times a day. Yeah. Usually in my evening, her morning, I'll send a message. I'll kind of gauge it and say, yeah, she's probably awake by now. I'll just send a message saying hello.
Because I'm nasty, because I leave my Facebook on.
Oh, trust me, it's not very often you're sleeping in this house.
No.
Because Madam decides at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's time for everyone.
Thank you, Michelle. And Deborah, I am so happy to be stuck with all of you. And yep, Sarah, as Sarah puts it, she knew me before I was famous.
Yes.
And I'm so glad to be stuck with everyone as well.
Yes, me too. You can stick. The glue is strong. I make friends. I make them for life as well. So I'm not one of these people that just walks away from. I've had friends walk away from me, but again, Rose, don't walk away from my friends. And I like the way you put that. So if you're not walking away, I'm not walking away. So I guess we're walking together.
I'm too lazy to run, let alone walk.
I'm too lazy to walk too. So with all of that, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rose. One more.
I said I take the car across the road. Like, seriously.
my mailbox is just around the corner. I don't walk there. I drive.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's like a minute walk to the mailbox. I drive.
I walk to my mailbox only because it's out where my car is. So.
No. Mine is around the corner and up the street, and I drive because I'm going somewhere else and I'll check my mail then.
Michelle, normally we're on every weekday, and I'm not sure where you are in the world, but it's normally 10 a.m. Melbourne time every weekday. Weekends we don't tend to go on because that's family time for us. And it's definitely real chat that you'll get on our lives. We don't pull punches.
No, my lives as well. My channel. You're getting me. I don't pretend to be something else. I am a person. I have feelings.
What you see with me is what you get.
What you
If you don't
see is
like
what you
it,
get. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. If you like it,
Exactly.
stick around. Thank you for everyone coming and joining in this time with me today. Jenny, go ahead.
And Cindy, you're more than welcome. You can talk with us anytime.
Again, and Cindy, that goes for me too. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here. You can find me on my socials. I don't always link my Facebook because I don't use Facebook a whole lot, but I am on Facebook Messenger. If you want to reach out, hey, come on, bring it up.
stalking him's a bit boring. You don't get much information other than his birthday.
Yeah, that's all. There's nothing on my Facebook really. I post probably once, twice a year, something.
Sound like
But
Rory.
that's all. Yeah, I don't use it because it's just a gossip factory, and I don't like that.
I share it for the family that like to know how Kenzie's doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, as you know, we have a special group for Kenzie as well. So, yeah. But yeah, Chris, I just want to thank you for sharing this moment with us.
Yes.
I honestly wish I could have met your mum. I really do.
I wish you could have as well. She would have loved you, and she loved all of my friends and people that I was really close to. She got really close to them when she was living here with me. Pixie's one of them. She got really, really close to. She adored people. She adored my friends, and I think she would have loved both of you, knowing what you do for me and help me, and she would have been very, very happy about it. And thank you so much for your friendship. I appreciate you coming into my life, both of you coming into my life in the capacity that you have. It's been a whirlwind, absolutely.
And
But
it has only just begun.
it's only just beginning. Like, I have a roller coaster that I'm kind of leaning off of on one thing, but it's just going up on another thing. So I'm going to be looping forever. I'm sorry, Jenny, what was that?
You're doing the loopy loop. Michelle, I'm also in Melbourne.
And I'm in Melbourne at the moment.
for another couple of weeks.
10 o'clock in the morning, Michelle, that we're normally on, but tomorrow we'll be on Chris's live.
So we're going to do this again 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, your time.
If you want me to not look like I've just rolled out of bed,
we're going to have to go.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock around really early.
Yes. You guys go get some sleep, and I will see you in a few hours.
9.5.
9.5 hours.
We're not
so go to bed, go to sleep. But thank you so much for coming.
You are very welcome.
Bringing me, and I just got a message from my sister saying sending big hugs on this tough day. So I have to go and talk to her.
Today's going to be a little bit more gentler than you think.
I think so. So it started off really, really well, and I don't want to lose that. So thank you so much for helping me with this, coming in and lifting my spirits today. I love you both more than you will ever know.
To infinity and beyond, baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we've only just begun. So we're coming back again and doing it all again. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kiss your bums, everybody.
Kiss your bums.
Yes. And that goes for everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
All right. Bye-bye.